𝐸𝐴 Good everybody, welcome back to another live watch along on the channel. Sydney versus the Brisbane Lions 2024 Grand Final rematch, of course. Oh geez, what an afternoon that was. PTSD aside, it should be an interesting contest. Brisbane starting off the season 0-1, getting outdone by the Doggies late. That game really could have gone either way last week. And since that game, I mean, the talk of the town about this matchup has been, of course, the personnel problems for the Lions right away. A few suspensions to key players, 𝘲𝐼𝐴 𝐻𝐿𝐷𝐪, Zac Bailey and Harris Andrews. Two right there, all Australians on paper. And then another all Australian, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝 out with a calf issue. So I tell you, when Sydney's come into the season pretty much full strength, bar Cunningham and Braden Campbell, this is a very good opportunity to get a very good side of Brisbane, perhaps at the right time. They're looking vulnerable with some outs, but beware of the wounded lion, I say. The Lions have terrific depth. They don't usually lose two in a row, and they tend to play the SCG very well too. And let's remember too, Brisbane match up usually quite well in the Swans. They still have a midfield very capable of getting on top of this game. They bat deep in there, and I think it'll be a tricky test. It's a lose-lose situation in a way when you think about it. If Sydney win, it's going to be, the Brisbane had too many outs. But if Sydney lose, it's like, how do you not beat Brisbane all these outs? But we want to see a good performance tonight. No doubt about that. Yeah, hopefully everybody's going well. 𝐶𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝 and Alex Jones, good to see you here once again, lads. Dumb ankle. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. Hopefully it's nothing serious, just a bit of the ice, and she'll be right for next week, or we'll see. But no. Hopefully that does get better. But yeah, plenty of outs for Brisbane. As for us, we go in unchanged. Of course, off the back of a very confidence-boosting win against the Blues, where it was a shocking first half. I do somewhat blame the Jew in opening round. You get some sloppy football here and there, but hopefully we can see a sharp performance tonight. But quickly going through it, Mills, McCartan, Sammy Wicks, Ty Gallup, Cam Rayner, Kai Lohmann. So Gallup, he can show some moments in the air, and Rayner can burst through. Rayner is one of those players we seem to struggle tackling, so watch out for him breaking lines tonight. Melican, Blakey, 𝐼𝐴 will probably continue to play on the wing. Really tidy debut he had last week against the Blues. Lincoln McCarthy plays his first game in over, I'd say, almost 2 years. He's done 2 ACLs in a row. Great to see him back. I've been hearing he's playing defence, so we'll probably see him there. And Oscar Allen had some moments last week, but still looked fairly rusty. Does he have a big evening tonight? Charlie Cameron, dangerous last week. And we don't have Harry Cunningham. That is a worry, so probably Sammy Wicks will get the job. Bice, mixed bag last week. Hopefully he can get into the game more, lined up on the wing. Justin McInerney, oh geez, could he really put it together this season? Let's hope he backs up last week's performance. And Matty Roberts, excellent last week as well, also on the wing. Malcolm Roses showed some moments last week. Under 6 odd touches, so hopefully he can get into the game a bit more. He faded in and out a bit against the Blues. Row bottom, massive third term against Carlton too. Jake Lloyd at half forward too. Amadi and the big man Charlie Curnow surely licking his lips at Zane Zakatelski and Ryan Lester, basically their only 2 key defenders. Brisbane in this one, with the absence, of course, of Joyce is injured, and of course Andrews and Darcy Gardner. And Ainsworth makes his return. He did get injured. I think it was against the Blues or St Kilda halfway through, or in the early stage of the last year. Premiership player from 2024, of course. But look at that midfield when you look at Brisbane still. They've got Dunkley Neal and Will Ashcroft. And Dan Annable, the debutant, high draft pick, Lions Academy, I'm pretty sure, and Lever Ashcroft to kick in there as well. So it's a midfield that bats deep, and if Brisbane are any chance of winning, I think they're very capable of smashing us around the ball, so we need to be sharp around the football tonight. And yeah, I'm keen to see if we can bring that slick ball movement like last week. I think it might be tricky against a bit more of a resistant team like Brisbane. I don't expect them to roll over and have a massive drop-off in intensity like Carlton had in that second half, excuse me. Jeez Louise. Happy birthday on Wednesday, Lockie, mate. 20 years old. Welcome to the 20s, mate. Hopefully you're going well too, Mike. Yeah, no, it was some sort of a game. Cat starting off slow, but they really got the pile on and got their game going. And I think it was 10 points winners in the end. But yeah, it goes to show that they'll surely still be around the mark with that's a pretty resilient win, being down by like 6 odd goals. Anyway, underway. Will Ashcroft gets the first clearance out here to Lockie Neal, back to Zakatelski in his second game. Showed some good moments last week against the Dogs. Will obviously be playing more of a defensive role tonight. The ZZ, as he's nicknamed. Oh, what a crunching tuck from Bruce Revel. How about that for pressure right away? Let me turn up the volume. Will Ashcroft now, inside 50 with a high ball. He's got the city of 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. It's a good spoil, but it is in a dangerous position. Roses has to go here. A clean pickup to McInerney. And he's got to watch out here, Juzzy. And that's a beautiful kick in the corridor for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. And we could be on here. 𝗏𝗏𝐼 running through. Goulden, a nice hit up to Amadi. Gives a hands to Nick 𝗏𝗏𝐼. Now this is where it's troubled him. The kicking for goal. But this one looks good. What a start. Nick 𝗏𝗏𝐼 kicks the first of the evening. And speaking of the evening, we do have a jam-packed evening of football. Not just this game, but of course, Adelaide versus Collingwood starts in about 25 minutes. It's a shame, like, at least they're not at the same time. So, like, let's say when this game finishes, we can watch a bit of that. But, yeah, it still does suck, the good quality overlapping Saturday games. But how about this? It starts with a crunching hit from Bruce Revel. Well defended from Sarong, and we go end-to-end, really. This is where we're really dangerous. Great running from 𝗏𝗏𝐼. Yeah, good start. Jeez, he wore that one, Matty Roberts. I forget why Aussie Trump fan. Welcome, mates. Good chance. Yeah, exactly right. We somewhat got it a bit last year at the Gabba, to be fair. But, yeah, that's when our season was really over anyway. Let's try and get a win against them when we're in a... Well, it's the start of the year. Anyone's in a position to make for finals. Darcy Fort gets the hit out here, socket forward, and McCarthy will start forward. He gets an inside 50 here for Brisbane. Who can they find? Rayner almost takes the grub. McCartan under the pump, and so is 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿, but he gets a hand pass out to 𝐴𝐡𝐞. Good pressure from Dunkley, forces a miss kick, but the kick's good enough. On the wing, he finds Jake Lloyd, who, yeah, I thought, like the first quarter or so, he probably was one of our better presences. Jake Lloyd showed some composure, and I think up the ground with his footy now, so he could be a bit better than coming out of the fence with the lack of his pace now. Rowbottom tumbles a kick forward. It's just inside forward 50, so he actually went in stoppage rather than being the lasso rule. And yeah, really good game last week too, James Rowbottom. Did the little things well, those 50-50 wins, especially in the centre bounce. And that really helped us gain ascendancy with a win over the Blues. 450 stoppage here. Grundy will get front position. Grabs out of the ruck. Gives it 𝗏𝐡𝐞. And under the pump he is. Good smother. 𝗏𝐡𝐞 a quick snap. That's a great smother there from Ainsworth. Ball in a dangerous spot. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 good hands. The tap is clever. How about that tap from Joel Amadi to Malcolm Roses? And he kicks his second as a Swan. This is a good start here. And, of course, in this matchup last year, we got a very quick start against Brisbane in, yeah, the exact same round one fixture last year, home at Brisbane. We kick, I think, the first 4 goals. And Roses, well, he's been involved in both goals here with helping out of the back 50 with a clean ground ball get, and now on the score sheet. Good defensive intent there from Ainsworth, but 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴, really good pickup. And how about that? Clever stuff from Joel Amadi. The tap to Roses, and he snaps on his favoured left. True. Good start here. Make sure you like and subscribe, gents, if you haven't already. He had a good start here, especially against a side like Brisbane, because they can control the footy well. They can really, yeah, they especially through their midfield too. They can really have some dominant punches. So we've got to cash in whilst we can. It's a good start, the first 2. Best recruit, Dylan Patterson, most over... Oh, yeah, no, that's the question of the stream, by the way. I hope you're going well, mate. Yeah, Patterson, geez, he looked good. I only watched one of the under-18s championships games because I was interested to see Max King and Noah Chamberlain, obviously, as a Swannies fan. And, geez, he looked bloody good. I think it was the first one against South Australia, but obviously not ready yet. Yeah, I mean, Newland missed a few targets last week in his debut. We'll see how he goes tomorrow. Against the weaker opposition, he probably should thrive. But he has some good movement. But if he's overrated, look, fair enough. See how he goes throughout this season. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, what a grab that is. And as expected, Leicester is getting the job at him. 𝐻𝐿𝐴 quickly inside 50 now. Chad starting forward, one-on-one against Wilmot. He keeps his balance. The Chad gets the hand pass out. Malcolm Rose is tackled really well from Jared Berry. And we'll have another forward 50 stoppage here. Anyone know where I could find a video of the banner run out, my little sisters? Oh, that's great to hear, Summon mates. I'd assume, you know, the Swannies socials would have definitely filmed it on Twitter or Instagram, so make sure to check the social pages. Anyways, Grundy, quick kick. 𝗏𝐡𝐞 a quick kick, but it's the wrong side of the goals. That's a minor score. So it's been a good start, and this is what we really expect against a bit of a depleted Brisbane side. Really want to start well. Charlie Cameron now goes down the line here and finds Lincoln McCarthy. So yeah, good story. 2 ACLs in a row, McCarthy, and finally back after almost 2 years of missing out of senior footy. On his left shoe now, goes down the line to a contest. Got some numbers around this. Mills, really good grab. And he quickly plays on it. Here's the forward-hand passing game we've been hearing about. Roberts now goes back inside 50. Wilmot in a good spot. And Jesus, a good footballer under the pump there with a nice intercept mark out here to Noah Ainsworth. Has a bit of time to go over the top here and find Darcy Fort. Very good final series. Darcy Fort had two-time premiership play now, if you don't mind. Down the line, the kick's not great. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 gets front position against 𝐵𝐿𝐼, and he'll think he'll win the free here, and he does. One on from Tommy 𝐸𝐿𝐼. So now, 𝐓𝐶 𝐞. Jeez, he puts 𝐸𝐚𝐚 under a bit of strain with that hand pass, but we work it to Mills, and now back to 𝐸𝐿𝐼. And that's a nice settle kick to find 𝐼𝐿𝐼 Sarong on the wing. He's got a big kick, this man. He goes deep inside 50 to the square. And McCarthy got hands on it and able to rebound back here for Brisbane. Fort in a good spot and takes the mark. And he quickly goes now with a shoe down the line. And he's out here goal side, Cam Rayner. What can he manufacture? He might go for goals here, but it's too cute. Non-preferred kick, it's out in the full. Low percentage shot there, and there you go. Hopefully go well, Marcus, mate. Oh, another yank. Hopefully go well, man. Good to see many foreigners getting around the good old sport of Aussie rules. Anyway, Lewis Melican now. Oh, yeah, Mike, by the way, mate, how about this NFL free agency? I replied to your comment in the tipping video, but geez, pretty happy with my Saints. I haven't heard much about that Travis Etienne, but apparently he's a star running back for the Jaguars, so that's big. Alvin Kamara starting to slow down now. Ashcroft kick inside 50, Melling in a good spot, and he takes the grab. This is a good start. We're seeing McCartan and Melican playing in front of their opponents already. Lloyd now on the wing, gives it here to Matty Roberts. Great game last week against the Blues, and so is this man, McInerney, in the corridor. And we want to use it here. Nick Blakey, look at this. Heaney's all alone in a bit of space. Give it to him, 𝐵𝐼𝐶. No, he goes to Goulden instead. A bit too short. What a row from Isaac on his favoured right. Bang. That's a special goal from a special player. Great start here. It's 19-zip, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I've got to give the director raps there, because that's really the perfect camera angle to really see how that goal unfurled. You just saw Heaney get out goal side, nobody on him within 5 metres. And, well, it's another goal from the back half. This is what we want to see this year, getting back to our strengths of clean and slick ball movement from the back half. And options galore lining up in the corridor here. Blakey, Wicks, Riley Bice. And, yeah, probably wasn't the greatest kick from Bice. Should have just found Heaney. But, yeah, lovely rove. Yeah, I heard that's usually how it goes over there in the States. Fox Sports only does a few games of AFL, not all of them. That's the same with the NFL over here in Australia. Like 𝐶𝐤 Sports is the streaming sports coverage over here, it's called. And, yeah, you only get a few ESPN games. So you barely get any Saints games because they're shit. They don't get any primetime games. So I have to watch the dodgy streams instead. Because the game's a Monday morning over here. Anyway, Blakey, good composure to Grundy, back to the Liz. Low flat kick, it's a nice one on the wing. He finds Jake Lloyd, and how about that? Still's got some movement. He beats 37-year-old Dane Zorko. Goulden on the handball receive. Low as the kick, bit too low for McInerney. Ball to be won here. And it's nicely mopped up from Fletcher and 𝐸𝐿𝐼. ZZ top. If he plays with precious and grace, everything's all right. If you're a ZZ top fan, you might catch my drift there. Anyways, McCartan rebounds here, back inside 50. Who can fly? Kitty in a good spot. Can't take the grab. Chad coming out of the square. Goes in for a second effort, unable to get it. Coleman a clean hand pass. Draper, his first game in quite a while. And Ashcroft, how about that for Toe, the two-time Norm Smith medalist. Gives that here to James Tunstall. Hacks a kick forward. It's not a great kick. Rampy's mopped up well. And can we quickly go here? Rampy, bit of toe for the old man. Hands it out here to Melican. Box kick, it's smothered. And it's actually going to be a trip here, so Rampy will get rewarded. Yeah, geez, we're looking really sharp and quick here. Even our 30-plus ages of Jake Lloyd and Dane Rampy are showing a bit of movement too. But, yeah, it's really what we're expecting, this zippy ball movement and flushy rebound. Rampy now. We'll go inside 50 here. Who can we find? 𝐸𝐿𝐼, that's a mighty mark. Good effort there. Yeah, he was a bit of a draft bolter from memory in his draft year. He's taken around in the 50s from memory, so yeah, definitely has the talent. Western Australian boy. Rampy with the spore, but he'll come back here. Ashcroft to Dane Zorko. Great game out last week. Zorko's beautiful, precise kick, and he finds Charlie Cameron in the lead. And he can quickly go here. Out goal side is 𝐼𝐵. No, that's 𝐼𝐵, excuse me. But what a spoil from 𝐼𝐵. That's very well done. That's what I want to see more of 𝐼𝐵. I thought, well, he burst onto the scene his first couple of games, but his defensive side really let him down. And his sort of video year review that the Swans socials did, he said he wanted to really improve his defensive stuff heading into 2026. That's a nice ball to see. Anyway, it's a 450 stoppage here for Brisbane. Grundy front position. Just gets a half possession out. And, oh, could that be deliberate from 𝐼𝐵? Oof. I think he just had enough perceived pressure to that call not being deliberate, but a bit lucky there, I think. So another ball in here. Good start. 3 goals, 1 in our favour. Brisbane yet to register a score. Could they get an opportunity here? Grundy front position against 𝐵𝐿𝐼. Hit out goes to Rayner. Ball spills out. Lever Ashcroft in there. The tap from Bruce Revel. The Dunkley. He had a massive game in this fixture last year at the SCG. Rampy gets ridden on by Dunkley with a good tackle. Ball up again. Oh, geez, you'd be up and about, Crystal. What a win this afternoon. Sort of expected that I'd feel the Bulldogs would win and it'd probably eventually come back to bite them, the Giants, with all their outs, but just a ruthless performance. It felt like they could do no wrong. I mean, at one stage, they had about 13 goals too. It was a crazy efficiency. Bont doing Bont things once again. He started the season pretty well. Tommy McCartan leading the disposals with 7, if you don't mind. But obviously still early days. Grundy with a punch hit outs. This one has an awkward bounce back and he rose really nicely though. And he gives it back here to Tom McCartan and now to 𝐼𝐵. And to Dane Rampy. Can we get a bit of a handball chain going here? Back to 𝐵𝐵. And a settled kick finds 𝐴𝐛𝐾. I just saw us marry me, 𝐴𝐛𝐾. Oh, jeez. Anyway, 𝐴𝐛𝐾 now wants to go corridor here. It's a risky kick. He's got the 𝐶𝐷𝐿 𝐿𝐼𝐾. It's a mismatch against Ashcroft. McInerney comes bursting through. The tap forward. Does it work here for Rowbottom? It's a good tackle on Ainsworth and we'll win a stoppage up the ground. Well, it looked like a bit of a set play there. We had the key defender of 𝐿𝐼𝐾 go to the corridor. And it was against Will Ashcroft, who definitely beats him for size. We're going some territory here. Forward 50 stoppage. Grundy hits it down. 𝐴𝐛𝐾 spills out, but he gets his own ball. Goulden out here to 𝐼𝐵𝐵. We've worked it to the outer here. Roberts on his favoured left. He's got a booming kick, as we all know. Deep to the goal square. And it might go all the way. Okay, no, sorry. It was free against 𝐼𝐾. Just ripped his opponent with too much aggression there. Ainsworth here in the back pocket. Underrated play, this man. Goes to show Brisbane's depth. Important players like Ainsworth and even 𝐼𝐾 weren't playing in that 25 grand final. Unlucky not to get anything out of that, to be fair. McCarthy, as we now off the turnover, go bang here again. Roberts over the top. Jake Lloyd has a bit of poise to take his time, and he centres a ball. It could work here for Goulden. It's a beautiful kick from Lloyd. See, that's, as I said a few minutes ago, that's why I think Lloyd at half forward could really work. He really bolstered his form last year, to be fair, where he started off slow at half back, moving forward, and that's exactly what we want to see from Jake Lloyd. Didn't have to rush. Had the leverage to just compose himself and hit a nice target, Errol Goulden, who's got a few disposals early on this game. 4 touches, 2 marks, 2 score involvements, a chance for 3 and his first of the evening. Had a few sodas in last week's loss, this for his first of the season. And of course, he has kicked it. Dead eye for goal, Errol Goulden. Good start again. 4 goals, 1. Plays zip. I went against Brisbane. Oh, yeah, definitely. Those are the sort of wins that you might look back on and say, hey, is this the difference between us making top 4 or not? Those early season wins are really important to bank. But yeah, really good vision there from Jake Lloyd. Really good start. Well, do we see a bit of a response here for Brisbane? They might have some outs, but they still do have plenty of talent, and you'd think they'll have a period where they really get on top of this game. But at the moment, it's all 𝐼𝐻 𝐿𝐼𝐾 gets The hand pass out. Same with 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼. Bice. Where's a tackle? Good hands to 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼. Let's see some better disposal. That's really good vision from 𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝. A low flat kick. Can't quite find a teammate. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 with the intercept possession, but it's a dangerous hand pass back in board. Rose is a good crumb. Holding the ball. Wow. I think Ainsworth is a bit stitched up there. We'll see this again in the replay. Yeah, no worries, Crystal, mate. Take care. Whew, some sort of start. 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼. What a goal he kicked last week too, eh? That was some sort of a kick from outside 50. As we all know, he's hit and miss with his set shots. 3 goals last week. Let's hope he can slot this home. Well, for 5 goals, 1-0. 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼, can he kick this? Directly in front from about 35 out. And it sneaks home. How about this? 31 points to 0. Looking up and about. Exactly the sort of start we wanted to see. Not seeing any sort of sluggish starts like last week's hit out against the Blues. But how about that from the centre bounce? That's where I thought we were so good last week. Able to get it from inside or out and go bang. And that starts with a few clean hands, but 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝's vision there was superb to 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝. Out the front of stoppage, that's where you want your stars and your running power plays like 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝. And yeah, no, definitely holding the ball was there. 4 goals for the season, 𝐼𝐿𝐼. I still think this guy's slept on a bit as a forward weapon for us. Of course, all the talks about Charlie Curnow and return of Logan McDonald, but if he's fit, he's a very important player for us. And of course, he's in the middle doing the chop-out work, and he probably does help with the new ruck rules for him because he's athletic and he can jump. Anyway, Brisbane get a clearance here. Good spool from 𝐵𝐿𝐼. Ground level ball. Roberts is there first. Hand pass to 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝. He's dispossessed. 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼 gets stuck in. Hand pass a bit ineffective to Ashcroft and gives it to his brother of Levi. A dump kick forward, and it does work here to Cam Rayner. Gets out the front, and Brisbane can look to get their first goal here. How's it going? Well, Anthony, welcome, mates. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Happy new seasons. Probably, yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate. Good hard footy back. Well, Cameron, I think he needs to have a big evening if Brisbane are a chance in this game. As we said before the start of this match, I feel this guy, we really struggle to tackle at times. So if he can break some lines, he'll be definitely an important piece should Brisbane get up tonight. But they just need a settler here, the Lions. Can Rayner kick truly? He cannot. Well, cue the Bronx cheers. Brisbane are on the board at least. What's he thinking? Chris Fagan. Not chewing the gum. Usually likes a bit of gum. Riley Bice now. Oh, its kick's not great. Wilmot really read that well, and he'll win the free hit. So Darcy Wilmot, he can have some booming kicks from outside 50. Let's see if he goes it for it here. That's what you get with Bice. I still feel at times you'll get some kicks probably a little bit too cute or a bit ambitious, and he just can't quite nail them. Jeez, he has gone back. Christ, it's what was that bloke's name again? Something Sard for the Saints. I've got his first name with that long ass run up. Quite a bit of a run up here, but he's got a booming kick. Wilmot, can he go here? Goes bang, but it's across the face. Minor score again for the Lions. But this is a good opportunity for them to try and lock it in their forward half. Brisbane are one of the best sides in the comp for being able to lock it in their front half and really control the game. But what can we manufacture for this kick in? 𝐵𝐿𝐼 long down the line here towards the direction of 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝, and he takes a beautiful grab. Oh, he actually dropped it, sorry, but 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝 was there as ground level. Now we run again. Look at this running power from 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝 again, and we're out here goal side. Jake Lloyd's on. Jeez Louise, are we really getting on our bike here when the ball hits ground level? How about that running? 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝 again. Well, 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝, as we have seen, he can definitely kick this. Yeah, that's the one, Alex, mate. Lives in the garage. Yeah, he was one that had a bloody long-ass run-up. Wow, well, can 𝐼𝐿𝐼 kick this? Pies game will start in a few minutes, I think. 𝐼𝐿𝐼. Hooks it. No, but it's marked from Logan. Oh, you're kidding. It's out in the full. Unlucky. Anyways, out of the 50 here from Darcy Fort. Need to find an outlet down the line here, Brisbane. Chad Warner under the pump. Just gets the hand pass out. It's ineffective. Bruce, a nice stiff arm there. And can they now get in their bikes here? Brisbane run a nice turn of movement. Marty, great running down pressure there. And he forces a miss kick, but still a dangerous ball for Cameron to go and get. Sorry, that's 𝐼𝐶. Really well done at ground level. Not a great hand pass there, but it does somehow work. A dump kick here, not 15. Roberts under the pump will just wear the Oscar Allen tackle. And it's actually in the back. Jeez. When do we see that these days? In the back. You rarely see those sort of threes anymore. Roberts wins in, he gives the Gould, and he goes down the line. McInerney couldn't quite take that one. And Brisbane will win it back here with the front half turnover. 𝐸𝐴, always a dangerous kick, but Mills with a great spoil. Beautifully done. Gives it to T-Mac. He's under the pump. Back to Mills. Ground hand pass. And how about that for beautiful, clean hands under pressure. Goulden now. A kick over the top of the corridor. Finds Blakey. He plays on. Yeah, a bit ambitious there. Get the hands out. Yeah. Nah, it's a good call. Blakey did play on there. Bit of a rush of blood there from the Liz. Dunkley now will boom it long inside 50 here. And it's all Callum Mills. He started this game really well in defence. Another intercept possession. And again, we find an option in the corridor quickly. Angus Sheldrick gives the hands to Goulden. And we'll chip it out on the wing here to Matty Roberts. Well, the left foot is getting involved here. Sheldrick, Roberts. Matty did a bit too much there. Good tackle on the ball. Well, Brisbane now starting to win the ball back in some dangerous spots. But they need to start putting on the scoreboard here. As, oh, wow. How about this? 20 memberships from Reese. Oh, I heavily appreciate it, my friend. Very kind generosity. You don't have to if you don't want to, mate. But no, really appreciate it, mate. Have a look at all these lucky bastards getting some memberships. Juddy Warner now, quickly inside 50. Logan McDonald, how about this? And he can go back here. No, really appreciate it. Reese. Yeah, Reese. Y4 Gaming. Nah, too kind, my friend. 20, how about that? No, really appreciate it, mate. Anyway, Logan McDonald can go bang here for his first. What a start this is. Chance for our sixth. Hopefully he can go bang this season. Almost feels like a new recruit with him being out all of last season. McDonald's kick, it's a good one. That's what I want to see. Set shots can be hit and miss, but he kicks truly there. As we kick our sixth. How about this? All right. But really, we're seeing our strengths left, right and centre here. The bounce from half back. Absolutely running Brisbane off their feet. But the hand passing in tight's been awesome too. Like Brisbane are bringing fairly sufficient pressure at times, but we're just zipping some hand passes around them really well. All right, if you just joined us, Swanee's brilliant start, 6 goals, 1, and Reese again, gifting 20 members. Heavily appreciated, mate. That will get me a bit of money off there. I don't know, a bit of money off there. Some parking perhaps throughout the month. I appreciate it. No, I'm only joking. They've got plenty of outs random, mate. But look, even with some outs, this is the sort of start we want to see. Really stamp our authority. But at the same time, I'm a bit surprised Brisbane still do bat deep. And, yeah, they're looking fairly flat out there. Just can't really get much opportunity going forward. Ought to be one here. Oh, Levi, yeah. It's a clever one free there, to be fair, from Levi. I thought Wicks didn't do too much bad, but he played for the hold and he wins it. Anyways, Jasper Fletcher, back here to Levi Ashcroft. Yeah, it's a nice feeling, it's Tom, but look, I still have some trust issues on this side, being able to play 4 good quarters, so we'll see what it feels later in this game. Levi now, deep kick inside 50, Spore from Grundy. And Rowbottom hacks it out of the 50. 𝐓𝐻𝐻𝐸 under this one, but yeah, he runs out of tarmac. So ball in here. So let's have a look at the time on ground. So yeah, Tommy Papley, just like last week, he's starting as sort of that, what's the words? That fake sub where he's not actually the sub, but we're just managing his load and getting him chair up for perhaps later in the game. He's only got 17% time on ground, and as per usual, 𝐓𝐿𝐷𝐪 riding on the pine with 46. 𝐵𝐿𝐼, that's some nice movement there. Can he go? He can't. He misses. Minor score there. 0 goals 4 for Brisbane. Then, I mean, that's really the same old for them. Their goal kicking can be shocking at times. So, yeah, super sub. I guess that's the word. Mills now kicks it in and finds Riley Bice. All right, the other game's just started. The Pies versus Adelaide. At quarter time, I'll get that graphic on the stream here. Bice now down the line. Neil. That's a good intercept mark, and he wants to quickly go corridor here now. Can Brisbane show some speed? Jasper Fletcher running through the middle. Dane Zorko over the top. Good pressure there. Really closed in on Neil there to force the intercept. Rowbottom gives out here to James Jordan. Crowd on their feet. Curno's out here. The Charleston. He wants to be unselfish. Dubs it over the top. Oh, Chad really should have taken that mark, but he rips it back, and he goes bang on his right shoot. It's a touch ball, so Marty's got to get there and goal, and he does. Bang. And Reese, thank you very much for joining as well, mate. If you give 20 members, you might as well join yourself. No, once again, really appreciate it, my friend. Jeez. Cool we be in for a bit of a bruise night, bruise-free Saturday night of football. I mean, I'm not complaining. But, you know, you got to give what the opposition takes. You got to take what the, what's it saying? You got to take what the opposition gives you. So, really, we're doing what's expected. But it really felt a bit too predictable. It felt a bit like, was this really going to happen? We'd have such a brilliant start like this, given a few important outs for Brisbane. Like, I do expect them to be a bit better than this, but can't complain from a Swans point of view. Amati's got 2. Let's remember, 2024, Joel Amati did kick over 40 goals. Yeah, important play for us when he's out there fit. Ball up here again, back in the middle. Grundy with a hit out. 43 to 3. Jeez, Louise. Melican. Oh, jeez, he's kicked it right into Grundy. Gordon gets the gather. Can't get a clean possession, but goes in again. Darcy Fort will clear it back the other way. Good sport from McCartan. Rampy now. Tap. Very nicely done. Roses working up the ground. 90 seconds to quarter time. Roses back here to Wicks, and he just does a bit of a reverse torp. Back towards centre half forward. And Rowbottom could get on the end of this one. Where's the contact? Hands it over here to the Papster. Oh. He left the ball behind him. He did the hand passing animation, but he left the ball behind him. Well, that's not, well, it's probably being a bit greedy, Guts, but hopefully we don't concede here before quarter time. Anyways, Hannibal on debut, playing on the wing tonight. Down the line. And Gilden's given away a free here. Free to 𝐼𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐼. Premiership player, of course, 𝐼𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐼. Had a few decent moments in that grand final last September. As 𝐿𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐼 now goes inside 50. Can they find a flyer here? Mills as a loose again. Grundy's hurt. Hopefully he's okay. He's on the ground. Roberts under the pump. Turnover. McCarthy. Who can win this grand ball here? Hot in the kitchen, as Wayne Russell would say. Hannibal now measures a kick back inside 50, and it's clever. It works really nicely here to Charlie Cameron. And can he get a goal here on the stroke of quarter time? Probably kick this one after the siren. Well, hopefully Grundy's okay. I think he just came off second best. He's on his feet. Watch it on 𝐴𝐥𝐿𝐷𝐿𝐼, mate. He's going the left shoe. 8 goals in his last 2 games. Of course, had a brilliant grand final. No, he's going to go to the drop punt. So Charlie Cameron, can he get a goal here for Brisbane. They sure can. There we go. Brisbane do not get a scoreless opening quarter. Exactly what they needed. 43-9 though. It's been a brilliant first term from us, and then nonetheless. 7-goal first quarter in our favour. 7 goals 1, plays 1 goal 3. So we've also been pretty efficient going inside 50. And yeah, heard not long ago from the commentators, they threw Oscar Allen behind the ball. So obviously that's the thing you do late in the quarter. But yeah, defence, as expected, a bit of an issue for the Lions early on. Might as well flick on the Collingwood and Adelaide game for now. You just have to use a VPN. I'm assuming W1, mate. Geez, Adelaide's kit looks... Guernsey looks pretty fresh. I think that's a new one. Don't mind the look of that. Well, Adelaide kicked the first goal of the game. But no, from a Swans point of view, almost a really flawless quarter. Again, Brisbane have their outs, but we're really making them look second rate with, once again, our hard running like we saw last week. McInerney's had a brilliant quarter. Marty's got 2 goals. Goulding getting plenty of handball receive action. Really getting it to the outside well. Roberts, a handful of possessions the first term as well. And Mills has had a few nice intercept possessions. McCartan scored well. Sheldrick going at 83%, so that's better, not 20% like he had halfway through last week. So that's also pretty handy. And as for Brisbane's point of view, so yeah, Charlie Cameron with 5 disposals and a goal. Josh Dunkley with 5 tackles already. And Dan Annable with 5 disposals. He's shown some okay moments on the wing, and Neil with 8 touches. But we've really just simply got the game on our terms. The run and carry from the back half's been electric. Only +3 inside 50s, but with, we've gotten those inside 50s with getting really looks going inside 50, with dangerous players getting out the front, and yeah, it's really felt like a one-sided affair. There might be some streamline around in there. I'm not exactly sure, my friend. Yeah, it's a bit of a stitch-up bloody KO up in the price this year. Yeah, and only 50% Tom and Grant for Sam Draper, so he's also being that super sub in a way. But no, couldn't be up here with a start like that, to be honest. Maybe not conceding the goal late, but, you can't have everything. Yeah, but this was as we said again, the game we had last year against Brisbane in the SCG, we started really well, and it was almost a one-sided affair just like this, and we let them back into the game. So hopefully that isn't the case. Might as well just have the Pies game on in the background. Not long until second term in our game. Well, Crows have got the first 2. Big Jack ball, that's what I like to see. Presenting at the footy, the former Swan. Big 𝐓𝐿𝐴 𝐐𝐿𝐴, a few former Swannies running out for the Crows tonight. Oh, no, sorry, for this game, I should say. Jack Buller for the Pies, McAndrew for Adelaide. But, yeah, no, hopefully we really keep riding this wave of momentum this second term. But usually with how footy go, you have to also show the ability to hold momentum, so hopefully we can do that. Yeah, 𝐼𝐴𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝, of course, another result, Anthony. You forget about him. Yeah, best and fairest winner, of course. I mean, how about last year? Dawson, Cameron, Hewitt, all club best and fairest, former Swans at different clubs. It's a footy factory. What can I say? Could be up with that start for sure. 𝐓𝐴, welcome, mate. I was off the go of the other game, but no, it looks like Adelaide. Well, I've only seen a minute of it, but Adelaide have kicked the first two of the game. But yeah, Chad spending a lot of time forward in that quarter. Yeah, so don't think he's had a centre bounce that quarter, Charlie Warner. A centre bounce attendance, I should say, excuse me. So yeah, spending a bit of time forward. And Gordon will start at half forward for this one. McInerney, Heaney and Sheldrick in there. Dunkley, Fort, Berry and Neil. Anyways, let's get underway for this second term. It's an electrifying start for the Swans. 7 goals to 1. But let's see how this second term goes. Want to keep attacking here. Keep the game on our terms. Clean hands from Strong. Inboard to Sheldrick. Bit of a nothing hand pass. But it's towards a 50-50. And Gordon instantly tackling Kitty Coleman there. And then will be a ball up here. Sarong now. Where's the tackle and dispossessed. Bruce Revel. Back the other way here for Brisbane. That's a really good mark there from Tom McCartan. He had a great game on Harry Mackay last week. And he unnecessarily plays on. Gives it to Blakey. Yeah, we just put ourselves under a bit of trouble here. Didn't really need to play on. But look, I think this is what you've got to ride as a Sydney supporter. We want to go quick. Riley Bice. Risky kick again. And a turnover. Zorko. Over the top here, the Dunkley. Now to Ashcroft, and he does well to play for the high there. Free against McInerney. And now he can settle a kick here inside 50, but the kicks just wasn't advantageous enough for Rayner. Blakey gets in the way for the intercept mark. Yeah, he's had a few ordinary disposals, Bice. Hopefully can get into the game a bit more. I do feel he's probably the one that does make way anyway for the return of Cunningham, but we'll see. Still early days. That's a good tackle from Ashcroft. Umpire's ball. Ball up here. Brisbane work it forward, but we turn it over. Bice. Oh, what's McInerney doing? Oh, he's completely forgot. He's completely forgot about the new rules, McInerney. He's just let that ball go out without touching it. And then he just does the, oh yeah, crump, the new rule. Oh, come on, Judds. Oh, you don't want to be too harsh on him, but he can have some brain fades. Deep inside 50 here for Zorko. I've got the numbers to spoil when we do. McCartan, ball over. Oh, geez, that will be a bit of be put in a highlight reel for sure. Forgetting the rules. Anyway, forward 50 stoppage here for Brisbane. Rayner flicks it out, but the ball comes back in, then back out. Hannibal to Berry. Low flat kick. Ramp in a good spot. Great spore, but it's a dangerous one here. Dunkley gets it out. Neil, a quick kick. Does have the leg for Charlie Cameron, but a great spore from Wicks. That's a goal-saving act there, potentially. Through for a rush behind. Wicks now to bring it back into play here to Bice. Now goes down the line. Towards the direction of Grundy, but Zorko, intercept mark. Did well. Darcy Ford as well to block out Grundy there, but the kick's too risky from Zorko. Well read from Sheldrick. And now what can we manufacture here? Through the middle of the ground. Gouldon's on here. Doesn't have a handball receipt, but now he does. Riley Bice, some good run. How's the kick inside 50? That's McDonald can fly. Good spore from 𝐓𝐴. And now cleared from Leicester, but the ball will land short here. Goulden can't quite get the half volley. Ball trickles out here. Handball receive. It wasn't a great hand pass there, but Coleman mops up okay. Wilmot tackled from Sarong and umpire's ball. It's a bit of a clever tackle technique there from Sarong. He didn't have the leverage to make the tackle, so he sort of just let him, Wilmot, right into him, and then he wrapped them up. Gordon did well to get the kick away. McInerney flicks the hands to Chad, leaves the ball behind him, and Lester mops up to Coleman. Under the pump here, though, Brisbane. Stiff arm from Sheldrick. Kicks it right to Heaney. McDonald out here. McInerney for a goal. And he's got it. Justin McInerney's having some start to the season. Backing up last week's performance with an electrifying first term and getting a goal early in the second here. It's 8 goals, 1 the 1 goal 4. Hopefully going well. Playlist, welcome, mate. Some good intensity was shown as well. Winning the ball back in some dangerous areas here. Brisbane under the pump with a few disposals in that passage of play. A bit too many mistakes there. I mean, Leicester's hand pass wasn't really the best decision. Hospital hand pass to Coleman, really. Nicely done from Justin. That's his first of the evening. Good to hear, playlist, mates. $31 and 3 last week, McInerney, let's remember. I saw an article as well that apparently the players internally really rate 𝐓𝐿𝐴 as the next potential captain. That's something I wouldn't have expected. How about that cleverness out of the centre bounce? Taps galore, but the kick inside 50 from Papley wasn't great. Turned over from Wilmot, who's probably been one of their best defenders in this game so far. Few intercept possessions for him. Coleman, bad kick. He's looking rusty out there, Kitty. Missing a lot of footy, of course. McDonald, intercept. Charlie Curnow. Deep kick here. Can't quite find Lloyd. Ball in. Well, knowing the maturity of this side, yeah, Brisbane, as Liam and Tony just said, they certainly do look rattled. But it felt like coming into this game, we looked fairly cherry ripe, and we're really outdoing them with our intensity. Another forward for 50 stoppage here. Grundy gets the hit down only as far as Wilmot, and he clears here. Blakey under this one. Can't quite take it. And a nice little push out there from Annabelle. Gives it to Will Ashcroft. Back here now to Dane Zorko. And can measure it with a good kick to the wing, but he's put it out in the full. He's had a few turnovers here, Zorko. Usually a bit needed by foot. Blakey and Boyd here to Riley Bice. 15 touches for Bice. 11 for McCartan, 11 for Goulden. Now to Dane Rampy. Good looking kick for McDonald. He did well to protect the drop of the ball, but he just couldn't hang on. So another ball in here. So we'll be deep forward here, McDonald, in this stoppage, just outside our forward 50. Grundy hits it down. Coleman jumps for it. Can't quite get it. Wilmot clears out of the 50 here for Brisbane. And McCartan will just run this one over. I think McCartan just hand passed that ball before it went out, so it's actually going to be a last touch rule here. Adam Simpson just said 60 handball receives in a quarter of half. Quite an amount. Oscar Allen now, the new recruit down the line. Milliken taps it back here to Mills. Good composure to Bice. And McCartan wears a tackle and just jerks a hand pass forward. And off Heaney. Another ball in here, centre wing. So a bit of a more stalemate here. Unlike the first term, where it was a lot more free-flowing. Starting to see some repeat ball-ups here and a bit more congestion. And it's going to be a free here, I think, for a ruck infringement, but Neil will take advantage. Milliken a good spoil. And I think Wicks has given away a free here. And he has, so Charlie Cameron line up for line second. See this again on the replay. So Charlie Cameron, their sole goal kicker. Let's see again. Yeah, nah, clear hold there from 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Bit ill discipline there. Yeah, that probably does make sense. A Devo, mate. 𝐤𝐿 is, I think, a bit behind 𝐸𝐴𝐿. Charlie Cameron misses. That's a bad set shot. He's put out the full, in fact. Yeah, no, apologies. I can't do much about it, Ad, mate. It's at the most live point possible on 𝐤𝐿. Roberts in the back pocket here will look to send it out of the 50. Towards a contest, can Amati fly? He can. Brings to the ground, Ashcroft the clean gather, and he does well in traffic, give it to his brother. Back in board, Levo's hands, he finds 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷. Squeezes it forward. Mills, that's a tricky bounce to read. They've got some numbers here, Brisbane, but good pressure from 𝐴𝐵𝐸. Grundy hands it to 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷. He's got to watch out here. Good pressure. That's a turnover, and a good tackle from Cam Rayner. A bit off with the ferries there, 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷. We had some numbers running out forward too. And, oh, okay. Bit of poor manning up there. Bit of lack of communication as 𝐸𝐿 was all on his own. 𝐸𝐼𝐷 have a look at a short back there. I think Mills... Yeah, I think so. Like, I've always felt 𝐸𝐼𝐷 is definitely a very solid key defensive duo to work your defence around. I think it's also just needing some more consistency in team defence than the likes of 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷 to not let us down with a few shaky disposals it can have at times. But look, it happens. Bruce 𝐸𝐿, can he kick? Truly here. He sure can. And then into that lines, they get their second. Well, that's when they need to start showing a bit the lines, bit of intensity. Well done from Rayner. And then, yeah, just a bit slow to react, really. Bruce 𝐸𝐿. Let's see this again. It was 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐷's man. He got sucked into the short option, and then over the top, he completely forgot about 𝐸𝐿𝐷. Right, well, ball back in the middle here. 2 goals, 4 plays, 8 goals, 1. Drape a little toe poke forward only as far as 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷, and he'll win the high here. And we'll go advantage here. Rowbottom to Grundy to 𝐸𝐴𝐿. Just in front of him, he was under the pump. He ran out of tarmac, so he just had to do something. It's a turnover, though. Jasper Fletcher now back the other way the lines can go. Lohman to Ainsworth, back now here to Levi Ashcroft, and it's a nicely measured kick, but Lohman didn't realise it was falling into his mitts. And it's going to be a ball in here, centre wing. He has been quite faded out of this game. Kai Lohman needs to get into it more. He's one that can definitely change a game, no doubt. Drape, a good ruck work there, beats out Grundy. 4 to be 1 here. Ashcroft gets it out only as far as 𝐵𝐼𝐷. He's dispossessed. Rayner. Smother from Papley. And ball one back. 𝐴𝐵𝐸 now. Whacks it forward. Towards a 1-on-1. 𝐼𝐵𝐷. Good body work against Leicester. And he's going to go bang here, Charlie. Oh, and he puts out in the full. Saw the Hollywood lights, Charlie 𝐼𝐵𝐷, and not quite, but great body work there. Absolutely pushed over Ryan Leicester like a sack of spuds, if you don't mind. Jasper Fletcher in the back pocket. Now goes towards the wing. Draper can't quite take the whole thing. Grundy taps it back into play. Joss wrong. Neat hands here to Gulden. Works it. Papley. Clever little tap to 𝐵𝐼𝐷 now. What can he manufacture? He's just going to go for a deep kick to the top of the square. Amani in a good spot, and he takes the grab. Well done, Joel. And we can get a response here. Geez, 𝐵𝐼𝐷 is absolutely everywhere here. He is getting handball receives left, right, and centre. It's like that clip from The Simpsons. I'm seeing double here. 4 Nick 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷s. Well, instead of 4, 2. But he is looking like a bit of a Nick 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐷 clone with his rebound. He's absolutely everywhere, 𝐵𝐼𝐷. Joel Amani should goal here, directly in front. And he does. That's our 9th goal. 9 goals, 1. We're kicking straight, which is handy too. Margin out to 39 points. 19 touches already for Bice. How about that? Oh yeah, I'll light up the other game. Let me just bring it up. Thought I'd have it, but don't have like the website source you need. Browser source. Here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna have to bring up the. My face is gone in a minute, but I'm just bringing up the other game. But some sort of quarter, this half of football, this is 55-16. Warner, is he taken without it? No. Ashcroft gives here to 𝐓𝐴 McCartan gets nutmegged by the pill, and 𝐓𝐡𝐞 mops up to 𝗏𝐼𝐴. Can't quite work the hands to 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Back here to McInerney, works it forward. McCartan. Where's 𝐴𝐶𝐞? Just gets the hand pass away, but it's a turnover. Bruce Rebel having some sort of a few moments here. Nicely measured kick from 𝐓𝐴 to find Sammy Draper in the pocket. All right, I've got the website. Let me just paste it in. Yeah, no, hold on a sec. All right, well, Sam Draper does love a snap, so does he goal here? He's already working bloody. He's going the check side. He's missed. Right, there we go. Jeez. How about this website? Absolutely plagued with ads. Plenty of sports betting ones. Choose to lose. Okay, there we go, lads. Just might as well have that. Place it here. Beautiful. Okay, back to the game. Hope they're going well, Peter mates. How many goals for Dreadlocks in this game? That's sort of like that's the sort of post useless AFL stats on Facebook would make, to be honest. Goals between Dreadlock users, Dreadlock wearers, I should say, users. Rowbottom now wins a clearance towards the edge of 50. Amani keeps his balance. Curnow, whirled like a glove, but he broke free and he gives the hands to Chad and Lloyd at the top of the goal square. Revel again. He's been some sort of a present for Brisbane in this second term and gives it to Coleman. Over the top here to McCarthy, and now works it out wide here to Revel. Cut it back in the corridor. That's a really risky kick. Totally outnumbered here, Brisbane, as we should win it back, and we do. Mills to Jordan, to Rowbottom. Has to hack a kick forward. A low flat one, and Zorko should win a high there. And he's not actually going to get a high free. Brisbane work it forward again. It's a good mark from Tunstall. Have they got the handball receive option? Yes, they do. Lachie Neale measures a nice kick towards half forward of Charlie Cameron. Now, he does have a short option over the top, but yep, no, it will work. It will work to Kyle Oman, and that's what Brisbane want to get more going. Bit of rebound. So quarter time in the Crows and Collingwood game. Neil Bullen and Isaac Cumming have been their goal scorers. Geez, a pretty low-scoring first term down there in Melbourne. Only 2 goals. Given the fast-flowing football we've been seeing this season, must be a bit of due. Yeah, he's had a few ordinary possessions. Not wrong, Adivo, mate. Anyway, Kyle Oman, can he get into this game? Jeez, the goal king for Brisbane's no good at the minute. That's 2 goals 6 now. Absolute shank, as Alistair Lynch just said. Josh Sarong now with a handball receive. Over the top here to Dane Rampy. Can work it back here to the Sarong. Through the middle round we go to Chad Warner. Mills an option, but he wants to go one further to Tom McCartan, who is racking up the football, this man. Tommy Mack now, inside 50. Jake Lloyd. Oh, Ainsworth got there late. That's a good defensive act. Well done there from Ainsworth. Yeah, Jeez, must have been a bit chilly by the sounds of it, Peter, mate. Yeah, also a pretty ordinary game last night. Essendon started off pretty well, showed some good intensity, but oh, jeez, they looked pretty disappointing. McDonald hits it down. Neil in there too. Same with Rowbottom. 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐿 intercepts 𝐼𝐷𝐿𝐼's hand pass, but the kick's no good coming out of the fence. Lloyd intercepts. He's had a really nifty half a footy so far, Jake Lloyd. And he'll send it back inside 50 here. Where's Charlie? Joel, an option again. Ashcroft, smother from McDonald was good. And we'll get another repeat forward 50 stoppage here. Hope we're going well, Cameras, mate. Been a while. McInerney, where's a tackle? Rowbottom dispossessed. Oh, sorry, intercept from that hand pass. And Brisbane just not really showing much connection here out of the 50. A few. No, 50 metres, okay. Oh, 𝐼𝐷𝐿𝐼, ladies and gentlemen, is going to line up for goal. But yeah, a few repeat entries we're getting here. Really locking it in okay. And that's the first 50 of the night. 𝐼𝐿𝐼 can go for goal here. Yeah, they're pretty justified, to be honest, Peter, mate. I mean, to be honest, I think the Gardner one was a bit unlucky. For me, that's just a typical 50-metre penalty, and that's that. Like, is that really a week? But yeah, well, 𝐼𝐷𝐿𝐼, he's kicked 2 goals in his career. I was actually at the game in 2017 where he kicked his first, and he kicks it like a defender. There you go, he's missed. Yeah, I think that was against Gold Coast where 𝐼𝐿𝐼 kicked his first. Darcy Wilmot to bring it back into play. Finds Will Ashcroft. So yeah, Brisbane have somewhat made a response around the ball, it feels like, but yeah, going forward, it's been quite hit and miss. Allen can fly, good ball from Rampy. Off the turnover, we're looking flashy here with some beautiful hand passing chains, and now Rowbottom lowers the kick for Papley. Roses is all alone. He can't find him, the Paps. Does he go to him? No, he'll go deep instead. That's a good kick. Heaney should get on the end of it, and he does. Good football there. Well, a bit like what we saw early in the first quarter, some of these hand passes in tight. Woof. I mean, I'm even losing track on who's bloody getting the possessions. It's looking slick out there. 𝐼𝐷𝐿𝐼 can go here for a second. Going on his favoured right for the snap here. Heaney now. Kicks truly. Good stuff. He's got a second. Cummins, mate, ready for a Jason Orr and Francis masterclass tomorrow, my friend. Now, it'll be interesting, that game. I think North have every chance. Be interesting because this is going to be Horn Francis' first game tomorrow in Melbourne against his former side. All the Melbourne games, all the North Melbourne games he's played have been, of course, in Tassie and also at home. Port Adelaide, that is. The Adelaide Oval. But how about this? Like, we get on a bike. This hand passing game is looking electric at times. Yeah, they're looking pretty lost with their outs, to be fair, though. Sorely missing Harrison Andrews behind the footy too. Anyways, I think Grundy stepped over the line, so inside 50 here. And it's bounced over the top of Draper and McCartan, but through for a minor score. So 2-7 now for Brisbane. Horner going to give it to North. Yeah, I mean, he's had a bit of an interrupted pre-season, but hopefully for his sake he can really go bang tomorrow. Blakey gets up. Jeez, up a bit too early. Batted inside 50 there from McCarthy. Mills mops it up. Looking settled back there in defence, Callum Mills. Rolling past another possession. Deep to the wing. It's a good kick. Rowbottom should have held. But he does a good 1% there to tap it forward. 1-on-1 here. McDonald and Jasper Fletcher. Oh, could that be deliberate? I think it could be. Yeah, no, he did. There was a directional tap out of bounds there from Fletcher. McDonald's free. And he could go deep here to Heaney, and he will. Against Jared Berry. Heaney's got it. Oh, he just dropped it. But it's an arm chop. Well done. How about that jump there from Isaac Heaney? Yeah, a few debutants for the Eagles. It's got to be tough, though, over there up in Gold Coast, no doubt. Isaac Heaney. Can he go here? For his third. Oof. Minor score, almost snuck it home. 10 goals for. Yeah, no, that's another one. Club debut for Robertson too. Probably gets a bit of time around the footy. Anyway, Brisbane now works some quick hands, but a bad fumble there from Annabels. Not a great hand pass from Ashcroft, to be fair. And now McDonald off the turnover can go bang from outside 50 here. So it's also a few forced and unforced errors from Brisbane's point of view. Not showing plenty of inconsistency moving the ball. A few misplaced hand passes and fumbles. Looking pretty alert out there. Yeah, I wonder if Kenny will be on the mic for the game. He probably is. He'll probably be biased. No, I mean, I haven't minded some of his commentary so far on Fox Footy. McDonald's missed. Across the face, that one. 10 goals 4, plays 2 goals 6. Coach, the commentator, Corns went. Yeah, I don't think he'll make... well, to be fair, he's already made a big call. He was the one that said he reckons... agreed that 𝐻𝐴𝐺𝐸 Miller has gone past Nick Dacos. That's a big call. Grundy, he can go bang from here, but no, we'll land it short. But in a dangerous spot here, the ball drops to the top of the square, but rush through for a minor score. Do you think he'll still get out the pom-poms? Oh, I think so, mate. Do we have that image floating around? I think we do. No, that's the inanimate carbon rod. No, I don't think we do. How good was that? That's what I miss about Port. Like, when they win the close ones, you have Hinkley just celebrating on the bench like they've won the World Cup. 𝐓𝐡𝐞. That just stays in, I think. 450 stoppage. Yeah, Tyler Young too. Bit of a stitch up as well. 𝐼𝐶 getting injured right at the start of the season, whereas he's had injury problems in the past too, of course, with some repeat concussions. But I think this one's a soft tissue issue. Goulden tackles Levi Ashcroft, fall up here again. 2 minutes 15 till half time. Looking quite in control here. Brisbane have obviously upped the game somewhat, but yeah, we're looking pretty alert in most facets of the game here. We've been sharp off the turnover and really controlling the game, and Brisbane have looked lost moving the pill, and the ball's just currently locked in their back half, and another turnover here. The count will bring it back into play. Yeah, Barry's one that could really go bang, Cummers. Showed some decent moments throughout his first year. Spoil. Ball in here. Pretty sure it's a calf. There you go. But yeah, only 2 players for Port Adelaide Cummers played every single game last year. Like, for context, Essendon had 5, and all the talk was about their injuries, and rightly so. But I feel like you haven't really heard much talk about Port Adelaide and their injuries. It's sort of just like, oh, you know, it's like it's some players back, but just like only 2 players played every single game for them last year. The continuity is important. 𝐻𝐡𝐞, how about that? Probably a bit too easy, to be honest, how he broke free. Kick was smothered. McDonald, back here now to Malcolm Roses. What can he manufacture? I'll do to 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐼. Don't think I'll be 50. I think he's just got the leg here, 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐼. And Yo, of course, another one back in. And, of course, Waterman too. Missed most of last year. Tommy 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐼 now will lower the eyes instead. McDonald can't get front position. Heaney. Bit too much there for Goulden. It's going to be picked off here by McCarthy. Back now here to Jared Berry. Just finds 𝐼𝐶 𝐞 50 seconds to go here till half time. Can Brisbane maybe get another goal here late like they did after the siren in quarter time? Oh, he's going to take on Tommy McCartney. Did well, Levi. And hemmed in, so just has to dump it towards the edge of 50. Grundy with a good spoil. Goulden can't quite get the spillage. Grundy gets in there, same with Bice, Dunkley, Hunting 2, Tunstall. Sheldrick picks it off. Oh, clever. How about that from Gussie on his now right shoe? That's a good option. Okay, 15 seconds. We might be able to get a goal late here. McDonald should find Papley over the top, and he does. 10 seconds. Roses, does he provide the run? Papley now, he's got to go quick here. Roses all alone. Here we go. Malcolm's going to get a shot after the siren. All right, let's see if we can slot this. Well, totally infested with injuries. Somewhat still are. Could be. Oh, it certainly isn't bad as last year. I mean, obviously, 𝐴𝐵𝐿 Pepper's still out. But who else is there? Of course, Soldo isn't really best. 23, though. He's out for the knee. Josh Sin's a bit of an out, though, to be fair. I heard his season could be almost done. That's a bit of a stitch up. All right, Malcolm Roses. Can he kick this? This will bring the house down. His kick. On its way. No. Unlucky. But what half of footy? 10 goals 6 to 2 goals 6, making the reigning premiers look like second rate here. And of course, they've got outs. You can tell it's yeah, they definitely look like a shell of themselves with the absence of 3 All-Australians like Andrews to control the tempo back there for them and control the game. 𝐓𝐴𝐿 too, and Zach Bailey to give him that burst from inside to out. So, yeah, I think those outs are paying dividends. But at the same time, we've entered this game really sharp. Getting the game on our terms, the rebound from the back half. Some of the hand passing game has been brutally good. Constantly running Brisbane at times off their feet. And even that last 10 minutes, whilst it was a bit of a stalemate, we did well to lock it in our forward half and not really give them much options on the rebound themselves. But can't complain. In the end, it's a bit of a convincing margin. So at half-time. Any chance? Hopefully going well, Robert, mate. Any chance for a Brisbane comeback? You never know. Beware of the wounded lion, as I say again, but it is looking pretty, not totally one-sided, but the game is in quite a bit of our favour. They might get a few in a row, Brisbane, but I'd expect us to really have this sewn up, but we'll see how the third term goes. Might as well flick on the other game whilst we wait. Collingwood versus Adelaide. Adelaide by 11 points. So yeah, it seems a lot more low scoring in this game. Have a look at the stats for half-time, though, in this. But, yeah, I'd say it's probably, pretty even around the ball? Yeah, like 69 to, yeah, like +2 contested possessions for Brisbane, and they are winning the clearances by 6. 7 to 4 in the centre bounce their way in terms of clearances. But, yeah, again, like on the outside, we've been very good. Bringing sufficient pressure to win the ball back in some dangerous spots. And, yeah, they're looking pretty unsettled with moving the ball, as Joe Montagna said. Looking pretty rattled. But +13 inside 50 is really now starting to dominate the territory game. And yeah, their efficiency's been good enough, that's safe to say. Riley Bice, though, leading the game with 20 touches. Had a few hit-and-miss disposals early in the game, but no, he's really getting into it now. A lot of handball received. Sheldrick with 17-2 and 3 clearances to his name. He's been a lot better than last week. I think he's shown a bit more composure around the ball, unlike the hit out against the Blues, where he just had a few bad disposals here and there. Well, they're going well, Rodolfo. Good to see you in the stream again, my friend. Hopefully this year it goes better for the Swans. Last year, yeah, it was a bit of a mucky old season, but a lot can change in 12 months. So far, so good. Daicos. Paying Nick Daicos' gold. Got him in my fantasy team. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. Just came back from a wedding. Oh, beautiful, mate. No better feeling Dark Horse coming back. And seeing the Swannies in good control. Do you think Charlie will go donuts in terms of goals, I'm assuming? Oh, look, he might. Yeah, he's been pretty well held from Leicester. I mean, as I say again, Leicester's no easy opponent. He's a really underrated player. But I guess that's a positive. Like, we're not needing 𝐼𝐴 𝐞𝐿 to bail us out like a buddy sort of situation from yesteryears. It's really an even spread of contributors. And Amadi, as I say again, he's been a player I think has been forgotten and slept on heading into this year. He's been great overhead and been an important outlet for us with 3 goals. But even looking at the goal scorers from our end, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 2, Roses 1, 𝐸𝐼𝐴 1, McDonald, Gould and 𝗏𝐼𝐴 1. So players from all kinds of positions getting on the end of the score sheet. But yeah, I mean, as I say again, like, the outs for Brisbane, it's almost justified. Sort of how they're playing, they look lost. I thought they'd be a lot more cohesive and calibrated than this, to be fair. But to be fair, that's maybe a bit of naivety from me with the handful of all Australians out, and they were somewhat vulnerable last week too. Let's remember the Dogs carved them up from end-to-end transition, especially as the game wore on, and that's what we've been able to show tonight. Some of our slick hand passes from the back half. I think handful of our goals in the first term were from the back half as well. So, but you gotta beat what's in front of you, I guess. And this is a perfect time, to be honest, to be facing a side like Brisbane when they're on the ropes early on with some personnel issues. So can't complain too much. Nothing going on, Jordan, mate. Yeah, well, mate, can't be disappointed with that. That's safe to say. Really powerful first half from us once again. Have a look at some of the play statistics, shall we? So, yeah, well, we did go over bias, 20 disposals, 7.5, and same with 𝐓𝐿 too. 16 disposals for himself. Intercept possessions. McCartan, yeah, he's starting the year really well. Also on Mackay last week, and yeah, doing the number on 𝐼𝐴 exceptionally well. And look, to be fair, 𝐵 is a young man. Volume's really low, is it? I might as well turn myself up. Is that a bit better? Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I think I just saw my audio interface volume dial was a bit low, so there you go. I don't know if you can hear it though, but there's sort of like that. It might be like that little static sound you might hear. I think it comes from my camera if I have it a bit too high, but it is what it is. But yeah, Mills really settled back there. 5 intercept possessions. Loving Gussie's game, as I say again. Bit needed by hand, which is good to see. McCartan 7 intercept possessions. 𝐸𝐴 𝐞𝐿, he's shown some things in the air too. He's got 4 intercept possessions. Inside 50s, Rayner with 5. Rowbottom with 4. Roberts, Papley, McCartan, Bice with 3. All right, onto the ball free here. It's going to go to the Crows' way. Here's one of the free, 𝐸𝐿𝐿. Surely in for a big year if he can keep his body right. Yeah, Bice, 𝐶𝐿𝐿, McCartan, 𝗏𝐴. Will Ashcroft with 14 touches. Mills with 13. Lockie Neal with 12. And yeah, 𝐴𝐡𝐞 13 and 2. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 goal. So Brisbane. Adelaide, excuse me, up by a tick over a goal. Yeah, I don't know if I can get a heat better, to be honest. I probably just need to talk louder. I probably just need to bring my mic closer, to be honest. Something hopefully going well, my friend. Maybe just need to turn up your volume or something. I don't know. But yeah, I assume it's probably from my end. Might as well get a footy group going before the second half. We'll whip that on. Just give me a moment, excuse me. Anyhow, let me just slide up the footy critics. Sorry about that, lads. Just enjoying some raspberries. And there we go. Go if you're new to the stream, I always like to do a footy grid at half time. Got to get around it. And here we go. So we've got a Gold Coast and Melbourne theme one here, obviously with the retirement of Stephen May. So this one, 20 disposals in a final, average 5 marks in a season, premiership player. Okay. Yeah, they're pretty good cameras, mate. You can't go wrong with them. Oh, you always got to get them on sale. Like they can be pricey, but on sale is definitely when you want to strike. Okay, 20 disposals in a final for the D's. A lot of options you can go with here, to be honest. Trying to think a bit clever here. Maybe a former player, Jordan Lewis. Could be one, but yeah, a bit well known. Would have Jake Bauer got 20 touches in the final? Maybe, maybe not. I'll go Bowie. No. Out of all the options, I've already wasted an under. Jack Steele. 1%. All right, Gold Coast, 20 touches in a final. Maybe someone like Jared Highbrow. Obviously played for the Dogs. I don't know if he would have gotten 20 touches in a final. Maybe in those early days. Let's leave that one for now. Premiership player. 20 touches. Because you'd rather go for the more obscure ones of ones you're a bit more confident in. So we'll move on. Premiership player and 20 touches in a final. Oh, geez, so many options you can go with here, to be honest. Go Kieran Jack. Could be good if it would be good if I knew how to spell his bloody name properly. Is Kieran Jack not here? Can't even spell his name. Never mind. Maybe like Paul Williams or something. Oh, there you go, unique. Beautiful. Okay, Stephen May, teammates for the D's. No, not Mitch Hannon. We'll go with Mitch Brown. Yep, this one. 1%. Melbourne, average 5 marks a season. Oh, I think I might go someone safe here. Maybe Salem. May would be one. I'll just leave that for now. Gold Coast, Stephen May, teammate. A lot of options here. I'll just go Dion Prestia. 3%. Probably should have went someone a bit more unique than that. Gold Coast average 5 marks a season. We'll go Aaron Hall. 0.5. Thought he'd be a bit higher. Premiership player average 5 marks in a season. Kieran Jack. I was spelling it right. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't show up. But it doesn't matter because Paul Williams is a unique anyway. Funny, the game's trying to stitch me up. Average 5 marks in a season. Anyone. Bashar Hurley, 0.3. Premiership player, Stephen May, teammates. James Jordan did play as a sub. Damn. Oh, it's one of those ones you think it's unique, but it isn't. He was the sub that game. All right, I'm just going to go Salem. He's probably the most popular, to be honest. 3%, not bad. Okay, 20 touches in the final. Don't want to stuff this up. Now, you could go with somebody in the Gold Coast game not long ago, but let's think of some former Suns. Like would have... would have Michael Barlow got 20 touches in the final? I don't know. Not until the second half. Don't want to miss it. 4 minutes. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. I thought he'd be a bit better. Of course, he did go to the Suns late. All right, not a bad grid. So Leave was actually the most. Jordan was the highest. I could have gone anybody else but the Medi sub from that year. Well, yeah, pretty good. I'll take that. All right, we'll switch back now to the other screen. And yeah, not long till the second half. All right, so 4 points in this game. It's looking like back and forth a bit. Obviously, I haven't been paying attention to it because of the other game. Rowan Steele kicked his first last week. He's got his second of his career by the looks of it, unless he's kicked a goal before this tonight in this game. No, it's his first. Oh yeah, no, I can't complain. A boy called John, my friend. Yeah, looking good on most facets of the game, but we'll see how the game continues to eventuate. What 𝐼𝐴 𝐿𝐴 is going. I have to check the stats after the game. There's a Solarac. Hopefully he's having a good crack. Crisp's could have been a bit better. I mean, I wonder how 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐿𝐴 will go for the Crows this year. Probably get some more games. 𝐵𝐻 out for the first 6 odd weeks of the season. Had a good. If anybody watched the preseason games, I thought he looked pretty good against the Dockers, young 𝐓𝐿𝐴 for the Crows. Laird keeps on keeping on at halfback too. Not getting carried away. Yeah, well, you know, it's good to see though we're playing good footy, and this is what's really expected with the side we possess, and really the galvanised squad of a lot of these elite and quality players playing a lot of footy with each other. All these core players, Blakey, Rowbottom, Warner, Gordon, like they've now played a lot of games together, starting at young ages, now into their mid-20s. So you think this team's really starting to prime. Yeah, it has in a way already. You know, we've made 2 grand finals in the last 3-4 years. Looks like Pedler might have snuck through a goal here. Let's quickly see before we switch over. Oh, it's behind. Yeah, nah. Pendle's got there in time. He can do it all. Great game out last week, Pendles. Similar to Papley, he was sort of managed into the game. Geez, anybody else's coach is buffer. Just out of the blue. I swear Ko only buffers during like the most intense moments. You know, I doubt, like, Ko would never buffer if your team concedes like 7 goals in a row in like the worst quarter you've had. Anyways, players getting back into positions now, ready for this second half. So it's a comfortable margin so far. Definitely take this buffer. Oh, geez, he looks a bit proppy, Oscar Allen. Hopefully he's okay. He's starting on the bench with other recruits, Sam Draper. Jeez, that's a bit dodgy. That's Mike. Stan. George, thank you very much for joining the stream, my friend. Just found your profile. I'm a Swans fan. Oh, good to hear. You've come to the right place. No, yeah, of course, do stream pretty much every Sydney Swans game. Been doing it for a number of years. It's good fun. And I'm sure you'd be pretty content with this first half. We've looked fairly electric with that quick hand passing game. We've shown 𝐼𝐴𝐞𝐿 2 goals. There's that man on screen. I'll tell you, if 𝐼𝐴𝐞𝐿 has a quiet game, you'll be hearing on social media, oh, 𝐼𝐴𝐞𝐿, he's done bugger all. But that's a positive sign, as I said earlier. Like, you having good games without your star players playing nuts. I mean, 𝐼𝐴𝐞𝐿's felt like non-existent at times, to be honest. Anyway, underway for the third term. Let's really keep control of this game. That'd be nice to see. Ball back in the middle here. Bruce Revel showing some moments this game. I thought he was pretty sound last week too against the Dogs. I think he's really now starting to find a spot in this best 23. Row bottom off the intercepts to Mills to Sarong. Quiet first half, Josh Sarong. That's ineffective. Turnover here, Dunkley. Spin move from McCarthy was clever, but he does not beat the 36-year-old Dane Rampy. Thank you very much. No, he's not 36. He's 36 in April, I think. So he's getting up there with age. It's been interesting, the Rampy talk. A lot of fans calling that he should start in the reserves or play most of the season in the reserves. I don't really see it. If he's fit, he plays. Unless he really gets weared out. And let's of course realise that he probably won't play all year. He's going to eventually pick up an injury, and that's not me trying to be a prick. It's me being a realist. He hasn't played a full season in a while. All right, ball up here again. Grundy hits it down. Sarong can't quite get that one. Dunkley to Neil to Wilmot. Hacks it around the corner. High ball up. Mills should get this, and the big spall back the other way. Hits off a few heads. 𝐼𝐴𝐿 with the soccer. Dunkley. Under this, Fort, bang, sends it back inside 50 here. Who can fly? Cam Rayner. That's a good chest mark. He quickly plays on, and he did well to break the tackle, but he did too much. Roberts is the defensive wingman there to back up, and that's a wasted chance for the Lions. But does it come back here with a dodgy entry, or exit, I should say, from 𝐼𝐴𝐿? And it is, and Fletcher can go over the top and find Levi Ashcroft. Rayner calling for it in the pocket. He might go to him. Does he have the leg here, Levi? From paying to watch it. Cheeky, you there. I do get a bit of money in return for this, so it helps cover the expense somewhat. But I always enjoy the live streams. Oh, there you go. Clever from Levi Ashcroft. But the finish isn't so much. He's missed. 2-7 again. The goal kicking for Brisbane's been a shocker. Yeah, I have to get a bit of memorabilia, 𝐼𝐴𝐿, a bit of a tight ass here or there, but no, they've really built their platform fantastically, superbly, I should say, over the last few years. Good lads, Deebs and Muds. I'm assuming they're up the game. Well, actually, no, they're from Melbourne, so they make the trip up for some games, unlike me. Can't be bothered making the trip up. It's only a 3-hour drive from where I live. Ball up here. Oh, boundary thrown, I should say, excuse me, in centre wing. Rampy under this one, hacks it around the corner. And it's going to be a touch ball and taken over again. So Pies in front by 2 points. Feel like that game could really go either way. Leading tackles, Gulden with 7. He had 11 last week. 11 or 12 tackles last week, Gulden. Ball thrown in again. Grundy front position. Gallup a good tackle. Dispossessed. Socked forward. Rayner, too much. But he gets that kick away. See, that's the thing. He's so strong. But they've lost metres here, the Lions. So it'll be a stoppage with some metres gained here from a Swans point of view. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, lads. Swannies in good control here to start off the third term. They've had an electrifying first half of football. Advantage paid here. It looked like it was a ruck infringement against Darcy Ford, but a bar kick there from McInerney. So a turnover here. Fletcher back the other way. Deep to the square. It's not the greatest kick. 𝐼𝐴𝐿 back with a flight with a terrific spoil. McCartan and 𝐼𝐿 have had some terrific defensive acts so far tonight. Wicks goes quickly to Tommy McCartan. I tell you what, McCartan is probably going to get career best disposals tonight. He's just everywhere collecting the ball from the back half. I'm sorry, wrong team I've given the point to. Mills, short to Roberts. Oh, Matty wasn't expecting it. 10 goals, 6 plays, 2 goals, 8. Ball in here. Once again. Dunkley, Neil. It's good tackling pressure there from Rowbottom and Grundy. Ball up here. Oh, they're definitely good, Bishop, mate. It's not over till it's over. They're a very resilient side, the Lions. But so far, we're stifling them okay. Neil bursting his way through, but left the ball behind him. Did well to give it back to Rayner. And an inside 50 here for the Lions. Wicks keeps it in front. Blakey gets the mop up. And some good composure there. And now goes out by foot. It's a lovely kick to Jake Lloyd. Over the top, Tommy Papley. And we work the hands again over a defender to 𝐓𝐿𝐼 who can settle. He cuts in between a defender, gives it back to the Papster. Snapping shot from Papley, doesn't have the purchase. But Heaney almost takes the mark. That would have been an effort. Ball in a dangerous spot here. Berry and hemmed in. Ainsworth from Jake Lloyd's pressure. Ball in. Well, that's why Blake is so dangerous. Just like that. A kick to really break open the play for us. Beautiful kick from the back half from Liz. 450 stoppage here. What can we manufacture? Where are the players at ground level here? Rowbottom could get on the end of this. Heaney. Lohman. And Dunkley smashes it forward, but nothing. 4 to centre of the Lions. Picked off by Rampion across here to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Now to Matty Roberts. Playing on the other wing tonight. He was actually playing on the far wing when we were going towards the cheer squad in last week against the Blues. Roberts now will play on and go towards the edge of 50. Amati in a good spot. Okay, it's going to be a free to Charlie Curnow. So, can he get his first goal of the evening tonight? First goal of the evening tonight. Didn't really need to say tonight. First goal of the evening. Back and forth, that Crows and Pies game. Typical. Love to watch it, but they just put 2 good Saturday night games. To be fair, I think most of the neutrals are starting to switch over to this Pies Crows game unless the Brisbane start to make a comeback. Charlie Curnow now. Can he goal here? Set shots were beautiful last week. Can he slot this? Can't quite across the face. 10 goals, 7 plays, 2 goals, 8. Brisbane now exit the outer side. Bice a good spoil. Now down to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Taken over. Ball in. Ball in here. Wilmot now hacks it around the corner, down the line. McCartan in a good spot. Great mark. I know he's playing on an inexperienced opponent, but geez, he's having an evening, Tom McCartan. He'll now go back the other way. Amati, great body work against young 𝐓𝐿𝐼. He wants to go quick here. Inside 50, Curnow in a good spot, but Lester really well read. Intercept mark in the back 50 for Brisbane as he quickly exits here to find James Tunstall on the defensive wing. Oh, geez, bit of a muck. He kicked that one, and a great tackle from Wicks. Oh, he's a disciplined player at times, Sammy Wicks. Good tackle there from Charlie Cameron, on Charlie Cameron. Fort. Criney kicks it out of mid-air and only as far as Blakey, putting together a good night to lose. 47 points the margin as Blakey now goes back towards the edge of 50. Heaney can fly and he takes a beautiful mark against Jared Berry. Had the sit and he can go back here. Might be on the cusp of his range, but we'll see if he can slide home. Yeah, it's looking like a Brisbane side, really some of their with some of their power really taken away from them given their outs. Aren't looking like the same team. But it's good that we're putting the foot down and showing, asserting our dominance. 𝐼𝐴 now, goal here. Now he's going to go to the pocket to 𝐼𝐴 𝐸𝐷𝐼𝐿. It's a good kick. Mismatch there, �jasper Fletcher on the key forward. And a nicely timed lead and kick from combined of McDonald and Heaney. McDonald can go back here. 𝐼𝐴 𝐸𝐷𝐼𝐿. Can he squeeze this one through? Sure can. It's a good kick. Good goal. 𝐼𝐴 𝐸𝐷𝐼𝐿 kicks his second. Can't forget about this man too in the forward plans for 2026. Good to see. Good to see him out there fitting well. For now, you never know what could happen. Yeah, it's a thing of beauty, ladies and gentlemen, seeing guys like Heaney in full flight. Yeah, Barry just didn't really have the sit there to get up and spoil that one. No, the thing was, McDonald didn't even make the lead. Heaney just dropped it in the basket. Both saw each other. And McDonald did the right thing to push off Fletcher and goal. Good stuff. Margin, 53 points. Neil extracting out very nicely to Sam Draper. Whacks it forward. Nope. Wicks pushed down his opponent. He'll get a free here, I think. Yeah, no. Free against Wicks there. That's what you can get with Sammy Wicks. He gives away some bad frees, but also can lay some crunching tackles. So we'll be free to Charlie Cameron. He can kick his second goal of the game. 2 goals 8 for Brisbane. So it's 10 scoring shots to 18, but the margin's 53 points. So it says a bit about other side's goal kicking. Can he goal here, Charlie Cameron? Very good last week, and he does get his second. So response there right away from Brisbane. So Brisbane bottom 3 time and grown animal, Draper and Allen. So yeah, Draper and Allen get a bit of managed time on the ground, and they'll work it out in the middle here again, Brisbane. Ashcroft plays a high, and he's going to win it. So Ashcroft, what can he find inside 50 here? He's just going to go deep to the pocket. Got some numbers here, though. 3 players go up for the spoil. Neil works it back to Dunkley. High ball up here. Who can fly? Rayner, he's good overhead. Same with Heaney, but he can't take it. Quick kick, unable to. Draper, something out of nothing. Dispossessed, not holding the ball. Great tackle from Nick Blakey. Thought that was Bice for a sec. So that's the thing, I'm getting confused between Blakey and Bice. To be fair, Blakey and Bice were both in that contest. The Lizard now, out of the 50, towards a contest of players. Kick could have been a bit better. Turnover here. Darcy Wilmot, intercept mark. Wilmot now, back inside 50. And a good spoil from 𝐸𝐿. They've got some numbers around this one, Brisbane. But so do we. Roberts should get a high there, and he does. McCartan over the top to Mills. Now back in the corridor to find Gildem. No, hopefully enjoying it, Plains. Yeah, no, it's looking like a good performance so far. Gildem now to the wing, and Marty. Good mark against 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. At the sides. Neil now. Beautifully done. Still got it, the old man. Revel now inside 50. He's got the city. 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴 McCartan back with the flight. Well done. Gallup regathers. Gives it to Oscar Allen for his first as a Lion. And he's got it. I think that's his first year. I don't think he kicked one last week. Brisbane 2 in a row. Well, I think it was a great effort there from McCartan. He couldn't really do much else back with the flight. Probably needed a bit more support, but Gallup did well. Gets it to Allen and a shaky snap goes through. But that's a nice bounce there from Brisbane from the back half. Neil involved. Revel, a good kick. Yeah, good follow-up there from Gallup. Good goal. Oh, there we go. Back-to-back goals for Brisbane for the first time tonight. Chad Warner wears a tackle. Gordon gets in there. A nice hand pass. Bice. Bad turnover there, to be fair, from him. But he goes in again with an okay tackle, but not a full one. Tunstall taps it forward. Blanky now under the pump here. Was he tripped? Nothing given there. Ball in. 8:48 till three-quarter time. Cam Rona goalless. 13 disposals, 2 goals. So he's had a few cracks at the big sticks. Ball in here. McDonald down Ashcroft. Something out of nothing. He was capable of that in the prelim last year. How about that soccer he did? Ball to on Neil. Clean stuff there from ground level. Ashcroft. The kick no good. Blakey. Another intercept mark. He's been fantastic tonight, Blakey. McCartan. Oh, geez, that's a very strict 50 given away there from... can't tell that is that... Yeah, it's the first game runnable. Oh, look at Bice with a bit of run. I'll take a bounce, Tommy. To Bice. Oof, just gets it out here to 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. No. Not great hand pass there from Louis. Turn over here. So yeah, definitely dropped off the disposal a bit, but we do win the ball back here. Gordon to McCartan. No fuss, just long inside 50. But they got the numbers here, Brisbane. All Darcy Fort. Yeah, Leicester doing really well there to keep 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴 from jumping from that ball. Wilmot now. Across here to Oscar Allen. Now Levi Ashcroft. Now Darcy Wilmot across here to 𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. And trying to maybe open some options up here by switching. And they do find the corridor option of 𝐷𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. Across the wing now to the first game runnable. Zorko now. Building up the ball nicely here, Brisbane, as they're capable of doing. Oscar Allen now. Goes inside 50. Big Sam Draper overhead. Takes a great grab. Now, can we see another recruit kick their first for the club, but this time Sam Draper. No, he's not snapping Sam Draper. Can he kick this truly? No, he can't. Four goals, 9, 11 goals, 7. Scores last 10 minutes. 1 goal zip to 2 goals 1 in favour of Brisbane. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 now, geez, really taking the game on. Tommy Mack to an outnumbered contest. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 holds his ground okay, but a turnover again. Brisbane now starting to really up the ante and win the ball back. Inside 50, 𝐼𝐻𝐿 a good mark in the pocket. So with Annabelle's kick inside 50, that's a beautiful delivery to find 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Can he kick truly here? It's a tough one. It's a left foot snap, and it won't make the distance. And rush through for a minor score. 4 goals 10 for Brisbane. 𝐵lackey now to 𝐵lackey. 𝐵lackey now to 𝐿𝐷𝐪. Let's try and get a response here, maybe from the back half. 𝐵lackey to 𝐵lackey. Now inside 50, who can we find? Charlie, maybe. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 did well, but 𝐵lackey's in the right spot. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 for his first Swan. Just couldn't get the purchase on the kick. And Leicester, another intercept mark for him this quarter. 𝐼𝐻𝐿. And Levi Ashcroft marks. Just. Tunstall. Now to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 and Dunkley. So they're starting to get the game on their terms a bit, Brisbane, but still find themselves in a hole in terms of the scoreboard. Now Coleman in the corridor. Well, there we go, able to break it up. Well done, Sarong. 𝐵lackey now. It's going to go bang. No good. Yeah, geez, we had options galore streaming inside 50 there. Probably should have made them pay a bit better than that. Four minutes till three-quarter time. Adelaide by 3 points, half-time in that game too. Ball in here. 450 stoppage. What can we manufacture here at ground level? Sarong, is that a high? No, nothing there. 𝐵lackey. 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Not a bad effort. Does it have the leg? Joel, almost. On a score. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 now, quickly out of the 50. He can definitely hit some quick kicks with some pace, and he does there to Tunstall. And now to find Annabelle on the wing. I don't think he can control that one. Ball in. McCarthy there, not being part of the mark. So ball in here, centre wing. Margin is directly a 40-point margin. Fortney out of the ruck. It's smothered from McDonald. Heaney now. That's a great tackle from Berry on the ball. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 now. We'll look for a quick switch here. Darcy Wilmot. Chipping ball out in the full. Strong will take the kick here. No, he'll come off to the bench. No, he will actually take it. It's not going after the bench. I think it was just grabbing the ball. So Josh wrong. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I feel like Tom McCartan going to have a career best game in terms of disposals. He's got 23 touches. 𝐿𝐷𝐪 a good gather. Hand pass into space here for the 𝐵lackey. Quick centering ball. No one at home. Oops. Sorry about that. I just hit my fan. Darcy forward. That's not a great kick, but Cameron back with the flight did really well to halve a contest and win it himself. Now on the outer, Rowbottom a good crunching tackle, and he forces a missed kick. Sarong intercept mark. Across now here to Tommy McCartney. He is getting a stack of it, this man. Matty Roberts. Sheldrick is an option inside 50. Doesn't want to go to him. See if we can get a goal here from this inside 50. The inside 50 has been pretty predictable as of late. Just these high bombs. Almost McDonald. And rush through again. 2:04 to play. So Levi Ashcroft just in the back pocket. Jeez, he's got a bit of that sound like candy ability, Levi Ashcroft. That's another there. Spoils come. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 𝐿𝐴. Swan couldn't quite tackle. And a great start. How about that? Well done, 𝐼𝐴 Double effort extreme there. Misses the tackle, yes, but he gets up on his feet and makes a great smother. Now on the wing. Grundy front position. Dunkley, quick hands, Neil. Oh, fake hand pass there from Neil. How about that? Buys some good pressure. Let's try and win the ball back here. Coleman blasts it forward. Got some numbers around this. Rampy. Roberts. Jordan can't quite get that. Fletcher positioned himself really well for the intercept there. Mills a nice spoil. Brisbane keep working it forward, but Sydney have the numbers. Mills out here to McDonald and now to Bice with another disposal. And onto the wing we find Tommy Papley. Over the top now to Gould, and he can find the goals here, I reckon, Errol. He might want to be unselfish. He takes a bounce. Oh, no, he's up in two minds. To be fair, that's actually not a bad result in the end. It's actually a ball in. Didn't kick out on the forward, didn't get pinned on the ball. Yeah, he's up in two minds there. He wanted to find something, but he couldn't. Oh, Annabelle's hurt his shoulder. Hopefully he's okay, or he's off, coming off the field. He does have some shoulder strapping as well. Well, 56 seconds here. We've gotten a bit more time on the forward half these last few minutes. Just can't cash in with a goal here. Maybe Rowbottom. He can kick something out of nothing situation goals, but that's out in the full. Oh, geez, okay. Out in the full. I couldn't see because I was showing Annabelle, so we might get a shot on goal here. Oh, no. I must have just stayed in because it's going to be a ball in. Off we go, well, Max, mate. What's with 7+ playing the game as live, being out? Oh, that's just streaming services for you. To be fair, I'm watching this on KO. That's also the same thing. It's not as bad as 7+, but yeah, that's just unfortunately an occurrence with 7+. It's pretty bad when comparing it to the actual TV live point. McCartan, 25th touch for McCartan. Bison, a measured kick. That's nicely done to Rowbottom. McInerney, deep to the pocket. Can he find McDonald here? Can't take it. Maybe front on against Coleman. Nothing there. So, yeah, as expected, been a bit of a scoring dry up throughout this third quarter, but at the same time, we're keeping Brisbane at bay. So, a quarter I think you've got to be content with. And look, we've had opportunities going forward, especially these last few minutes, just can't really find a goal-scoring chance, a few behinds. 7 seconds, maybe a chance for one last reload. We'll get one here. Need a mark from this. McDonald, maybe. Or Joel Amati. He's having an evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is his chance for, what, his third goal? For his fourth, if you don't mind. Joel Amati for his fourth goal. He's been kicking straight tonight. And commentary curse, bang. Told you. Oh, I'm only saying what's factual, okay? Fucking hell. Jeez, he made a muck of that. Well, I think Brisbane ended up actually winning the quarter. Let's have a look. They did. Only by maybe a few points, to be honest. But at least we're stemming the flow and not allowing them to kick goal upon goal. But yeah, you can definitely see it there. Brisbane are definitely missing a trick with a few players out. But perhaps it's probably a game where maybe the damage is done in the first half. But again, we had some opportunities to pile on some goals last 10 minutes or so. We kicked two rush behinds in a row. There it is. Tom McCartan has now got a career high 24 disposals and counting. His previous best is actually last year against West Coast. There you go. But yeah, I don't know why. He's just getting an absolute stack of it. Good on him. It's just one of those games where you're just all over the ball. Constantly getting ball fed to him left, right and centre.
It's new and just $24 a kilo.
What was it?
Something special. Coles delivers the goods this Easter with Arnott's 𝐼𝐴𝐴 𝐼𝐴𝐴 for just $8 a tub.
Right, we'll flick on the Collingwood home. How's that going? Haven't seen the scores. Oh wow! What a goal from Brandon Cook. I just literally flick it on and the wingers kick the beauty. How about that? So 23 points the Crows are leading by, putting a bit of a buffer on the Pies. Geez, this is actually a very good goal. Scans a few metres, Brandon Cook goes bang. There's a good tap there from McAndrew. Really gets up. You got to remember McAndrew, the ruck for the Crows is about 210 centimetres. Definitely has a height advantage on really any ruck in the comp, including 𝐼𝐴𝐴 𝐐 tonight. 𝐼𝐴𝐴. It's a great kick from Cumming. Wow, Crows are belting the Pies so far. Already 7-1 inside 50s this third term, 5 minutes in. Yeah, it's a good acquisition, 𝐿, getting 𝐸 on board. See if he kicks this and then we'll switch over. Across the face. Yeah, geez, also Brisbane could do with 𝐼𝐴𝐴 out there tonight. Obviously, former line. All right, 41 points at three-quarter time. Let's hope we can just put this game to bed. Feels like it's one of those games where perhaps the damage is just done in the first half, but still a quarter to go.
Thanks, 𝐶𝐞. Certainly the Sydney Swans are in a commanding position still, but promising signs for the Brisbane Lions during that third quarter. As we know, they're undermanned in their forward 50, but in the middle of the ground, they dominated clearances 15-2 in that quarter, and this is their mode of transport.
Yeah, no, that's an absolute belting. 15-2 clearances in the third quarter in their favour. Yeah, geez, have a look at that. 34-15 clearances in favour of Brisbane. Yeah, they're, as I say again, they've still got a midfield to smash us. It's really what we've done off the rebound, and I think we've been pretty good defensively off the intercept too. Right, anyways, underway for the fourth term. So Sydney by 41 points. It was a good third quarter from Brisbane. They did end up winning the quarter. They might get a goal here right away. 𝐼𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐴. Oh, quick start. Bang. There you go. So that's exactly what they needed right out of the centre bounce. So this again. I couldn't even see what happened, to be honest. It just absolutely flashed past my screen. So Grundy hits it down to Heaney. Just couldn't hit Grundy on the hand pass down. Yeah, but Bruce Revel's having a good game. And yeah, they felt like both 𝐓𝐿𝐴 and 𝐿𝐴 both went for the same ball. And Lohman snuck out the back off the spillage and kicked truly. So 35 points the margin. Oh, actually, incorrect score. It's going to be. So ball back in the middle here. And Grundy's given away a free. 𝐼𝐿𝐴 fought. We'll chip it out wide here to Ainsworth with a bit of toe. And inside 50 it goes. A good spore from Wicks. And a nice tackle. Good repeat effort there from 𝐓𝐿𝐴 and Lloyd. Able to just get that kick away. Roses, clever little soccer there. 𝐸𝐿𝐴 plays the high. Doesn't get it. Lohman over the top now to Fletcher. What can he find inside 50? Can't quite take the mark. Oscar Allen. And we work it out now by hand. Rampy, a bit of a wonky old kick. Jordan pushed out a bit too easily there from Wilmot. And Annabelle, what can he find? Deep to the square. Mills under that one. And Rampy does really well to keep it in play. Hands it now to 𝐼𝐿𝐴. And a neat kick to find James Jordan on the wing. Goes crashed again. Whoop-de-doo. Down the line now. Oh, 𝐿𝐴 gets a free. Yeah, Leicester's had a really good evening on Charlie Curnow, no doubt about that. So Curnow now. Going inside 50. Coleman. I think he's going to be paid the mark, and he is. It's a good mark, back with a fly. So Coleman now to Dunkley. Cross here now to Fletcher. Now Charlie Cameron. They've got some options here on the outer side. Cameron will quickly go ahead out here to Bruce Revel. Plays on now. Low flat kick inside 50. Just didn't have the accuracy. It's going to be a ball in here. McCarthy on his left shoe. Out the full. 11 goals 9, 5 goals 10. So 35 points to margin. But Brisbane have been pretty encouraging the second half. And, oh, geez. Bad turnover. We're going to give him probably a gimme here. Rona's going to line up. I didn't even see what happened. Well, to get this under 5 goals, Brisbane definitely are still going to be hanging around. I think it was Mills' kick. Bad turnover there. Tried to find Blakey. So Cam Rona, can he goal here to get this under 5 goals? Sure can. 29 points. Well, who knows? Could they make a bit of a comeback here, Brisbane? Yeah, it feels like we've continuously we have faded away out of this game, especially around the ball. It's been a clearance smashing, as the commentators have said. Just a bad turnover there from Mills. Need to find a response here. Bad turnover there from Millsy. But apart from that, he's been pretty settled back there in defence tonight. 4 in a row for the Lions. There you go. Zorko now, high ball. Blakey spawn back the other way, row bottom. Cross here to McInerney. Good running from Gould and McCarthy. Great chase down effort, but he gets the hands out of all. Jordan, a nicely measured kick, finds McInerney. Oh, did I? Oh, sorry about that. Bit off the ferries as the timekeeper tonight, Matt. That's safe to say. Right, well, McInerney need a response here. They get it back over 5 goals. Oh, geez, Gordon's no good. Ah, oh, geez, you don't like seeing that. Hopefully Gordon's okay. McInerney, can he goal here? He sure can. That's good to see. Having some season, Justin. Oh, he's going off in the sheds. That's not promising to see for Errol. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's okay. Right. Oh, jeez. You don't want Gordon hurt again. That would be an absolute dagger. He's having a good night tonight too. And there we go. We're in a centre bounce clearance ourselves. Mills inside 50. Amadi again. He's had sticky fingers tonight. Big Grundy at ground level. Ah, clever. Well done, Brody. That's a nice goal. Turn a row. And scoreboard pressure. We've stemmed the flow for now. That's what Grundy can do so well. Someone's follow-up work. Excellent. Marty's having some sort of a night. Did well to bring him to ground, and yeah, Grundy, clever roving. Check sides at home. Ball back in the middle here. Draper gets up there, and Chad, nice roving. He's been pretty quiet tonight, Chad. Blakey now head down. Inside 50 again to Marty. Oh, jeez. Now we're starting to get flowing again. And this is all of a sudden to make it 3 in a row. And it's another one from a centre bounce clearance in a way. We get a runner from behind the footy. Going bang. This time Blakey again. Last two. Yeah, no, it's fair. That's definitely true, Aussie Trap, mate. Let's see if Amadi can kick his 4th snag. He can. He's having an evening. Certainly one of the best on ground for me tonight. He's been a massive presence. And again, like this is the beauty of 𝐼𝐶 𝐿𝐼𝐭. We don't need him being the superstar every week, but with him playing on the best defender tonight, like I know again Brisbane are under a man, but you know him playing on the best defender allows Joel and McDonald to be the 2nd and 3rd man up, and Amadi obviously not on the best defender on the young 𝐓𝐶 tonight, but. The point is, I feel Joel and Logan not being the #1 key forwards like they've been the past few seasons could have really allowed this guy to flourish. More so Amadi than McDonald. He's not really been the... McDonald's not really been the forward that's been assigned the #1 defender. Hopefully Gilden's okay, though. Haney on the bench getting a rest, and now Sheldrick working his way through. What can he weave? Inside 50 is not preferred. Charlie one out with Lester. Really well done again, Lester. Gets the hands out, Charlie. Papley, good pressure, and Marty can't quite get the hand pass out to a teammate. And good repeated effort. Really liked his game tonight, Joel. Oh, geez, the Crows have put the foot down. I just looked, 75-38. Wow. Well, that's, from their perspective, good to see. It's tough playing Collingwood away, and, well, by the sounds of it, they're setting the tone. Ball up here. Josh Dunkley. Marks on the wing here. Coleman now on the wing. Works it to Bruce Revel. Oh, 50 metres. I don't think 𝐼𝐶𝐞 was standing there. All right, well, they'll get a shot on goal here. Well, Bruce Revel will get a shot. It's probably been, he's been a nifty player for them tonight, Bruce Revel. Been pretty decent out there on the wing. And he's got it. He's having a good evening. That's actually second there, Bruce Revel. Really now starting to find a position in this best 23. Oh, geez, another key player in the hands of trainers is actually just getting a bit of a hamstring worked. Oh, well, he's probably done for the day. Just now the injuries are starting to pile up again. It's 2025 all over. No, I won't be too pessimistic. Clearance here from 𝐼𝐶𝐞. Roberts under this one. Now inside, through the edge of 50. Lester again. Yeah, he's having a fantastic night on 𝐼𝐶𝐞. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty confident he'd have a good night on him. Grundy front position. Jags a hand pass forward. Rowbottom, can he get on the end of this? Oh, well done. Good balance. Oh, the finish. Not quite. Minor score. Alright, so I'm going to sling for good, and hopefully it's okay. We'll have to obviously keep alert on the... Oops, sorry, I have the point of Brisbane. We'll have to keep alert on the online messaging. See how Gordon does fare. McCartan now works the hands to Gordon, now to Chad. Bursting away. Over the top now to Riley Bice. Across here to Justin McInerney. Working some of the hand passes like the first half. Malcolm Roses. Easy target to find Charlie Curnow. And finally gained some separation on Ryan Lester. And he can kick us first. Geez, the fans are still getting up and about for him. Yeah, hopefully he's okay, Errol.
Charlie Curnow in his new colours
And he's put it wide. And the minor score. But yeah, the game's next week. Sydney taking on Hawthorn. I'm forgetting. Oh, bad turnover. Roberts read it well. He can get another goal here, Matty Roberts. Yep, so Thursday night, Sydney versus Hawthorn, and then the Lions have the bye. And then after the bye, the Saints, the Pies, North and Demons, and then Sydney with West Coast away. The Suns up in, gather around that one, and then the Giants at home. Matty Roberts in game 50. Oh, he's made a muck of it. What a score. Zorko going to bring it back into play. Warner flies, can't quite take the grab. Malcolm Roses. Across here, John Sarong. Back inside 50. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 can't quite take it. Good enough for ground level to go and get it. And that's going to be on the ball. Couldn't get a legal disposal out. Neil now. Been pretty nifty tonight, Lachie Neil. Zorko. Unforced error, but he recovers and now switches with a risky kick. Roberts just gets there in time, does well. And now Amani. Misplaced hand pass, but a good effort again from Roberts. That should be on the ball. And it is. That's a terrific effort. Matty Roberts. Oh, jeez, what on earth happened? Oh, did someone take his advantage? Anyway, we've won back the ball here. Warner now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The chance. Oh, okay, clever. Marty can go for 5 here. The athleticism chart can show just how quick his first few metres are. That was lightning quick there. Found some space, or created some space, broke the lines and hit a Marty. All right, well, Joel's definitely going to get his 5th here because it's a 50-minute penalty. 5 goals for Joel Amati, I tell you. He could get the 3 Brownlow votes here tonight. He's been fantastic. Obviously on a young opponent of 𝐓𝐡𝐞, but this will up his confidence for sure. He's going the top. No, he isn't. He's going the drop punt. Actually, I just noticed that Fox Footy did the goal graphic literally before he kicked it. Now, we'll take it. It's 50 points, ladies and gentlemen. The game's, of course, over, as it pretty much was at quarter time. Let's be real here. Hopefully Gould's okay. I don't know. The body language doesn't look too great. He seems a bit dejected. Yeah, obviously it'll be scanned and hopefully it's okay. Not ideal though. Health is about wealth, as they say. Oh, Coleman can do some clever things. Nice spin move. Jared Berry now. He can find the goals. On the run. Let's go across the face. On a score. Yeah, so overall, a bit of a strange night. It's great to see us play a really strong brand of football, what we're capable of doing. Really, the game was done in the first half. Some slick ball movement from the back half. Some of those hand passing jumps up first half. Oof, lightning quick. Felt like we were matching Brisbane around the ball, but yeah, you could tell that the golf and class between either side tonight. And 𝐴𝐥𝐿 of moving the ball, obviously with the outs for Brisbane, they didn't really look like a connected team moving the ball as much as they were, or much as they usually are, I should say. But yeah, then at the same time, they've had plenty of outs, Brisbane, so you can't judge this game too much, but it's good to see us really stamp up our authority for the most part and really get this game out to a bit of a buffer, as it's been pretty much all game. But then, yeah, geez, now Gordon with a shoulder problem. That will get some scans in. I don't know what's going to happen with 𝐴𝐥𝐿. Hopefully his is just precautionary. That's a good kick from Zorko. Finds Tunstall. And he can go back here. 8 minutes till 3/4 time. No, sorry, 8 minutes till the end of the game, I should say. Sorry, I was looking at the Adelaide and Collingwood game. Getting sidetracked. So, James Tunstall for his first goal. Obviously, one of the players to come in with the absences of the likes of 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝 and Zach Bailey. Can he goal here? And he can. Brisbane get a goal back. Geez, plenty of stars on the bench. Gordon, Heaney, Curnow, even Jake Lloyd, best and fairest. Can't forget about him. Ashcroft gets a little toe poke clearance. Rayner will get in front of this. Good tackle from Mills. I think Mills has been, really good tonight. He set the tone early on with a lot of intercept possessions. They're now inside 50. And Draper's held on. Jeez, Draper from that angle literally looks like twice the size of McCartan. No, he's been pretty good tonight, Tommy Mark. Cree high disposals, of course, as well. That's a good mark from Draper. The old tap up and get the grab on the second bite of the Jerry. All right, he's going the snap. This could go anywhere. For his first as a line. Missed. Well, Sam Draper, ladies and gentlemen, has begun his 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝 path to kicking his first goal. He's on 0 goals 3. How many behinds will he get before his first snag? Rolling bias now. Now to McInerney. Wicks providing the run. Not going to get the handball receive. But no, these are very important wins to bank early in the season against good opposition. We've been pretty fortuitous leading into this, some of the outs of Brisbane, but you got to take these opportunities. McDonald, a good mark. Yeah, there's been many instances tonight where McDonald and a few players have been able to take grabs over some really general defenders like Fletcher and Coleman there, for example. So, no doubt they've been tremendously undersized, the Lions, tonight. So, three-quarter time in the other game. 30 points the Crows are up by. Looking like they're on track for a win to kick off their year. 4:50 stoppage. Grundy, hit out. Nicely done. Papley, stiff arm. Does another. Takes a bounce. Trying to find something. Jags it to the pocket. Judd on the end of it. He can go for a check side here. Nope. Spilled the ball. Coleman, a good tackle. Oh, we've done well. We still have the ball in our favour. Rowbottom now. Nope. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝 a chance. Nope. Kicks it right into a Brisbane defender. Lester. Geez, he's been good tonight. And Blakey does well to intercept. I think Blakey's been one of our best tonight for sure. Low flat kick. Maybe Rose is in a spot here. That's going to be the last position there against 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐝. Yeah, it's going to be a tough test against the Hawks next week. They were excellent against the Dons, albeit a pretty lowly ranked side in the end. But no, they got a confidence-boosting win and a short turnaround as well. It's a Thursday night game. whilst they played on the Friday night, so no, we'll have the advantage. But definitely safe to say the job's been done tonight. 2-0 though. Set the turn early in the season, which is good to see. Charlie Cameron. He's had a few misses and a few snags tonight. He goes down the line. That's all Grodney. Oh, it's not taking the mark. He goes the double fister. And now back the other way we go. Papley to 𝐸𝐿. Gives the quick hands. Tommy Papley now. He's going to go to the mouth of the goal. So rope on him. Oh, he's fumbled it through. Oh, that could have skidded through for Papley snag, but couldn't get the half volley rope bottom. So margin's 43 points. 3:58 to play here. Blake, he could have taken the mark there, but he just paddles it back right to Neil. Coleman. Torona. Cammy Rayner along down the line now. Oof. Out in the full. I think the buy's going to come at a good time for Brisbane. They'll obviously get at least 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐝 back in and 𝘼𝐼𝐶 𝐻𝐿𝐪, but I think Bailey only got a week from memory, so yeah, they'll get everybody in apart from Harris Andrews. And probably Logan Morris too. McInerney now works the hands to Lloyd over to Rowbottom. Now here to Sammy Weeks. He can line up the goals. Oh, unlucky. 15 goals, 14. Grundy almost giving away a 50 there. He's in the bloody protected area. Neil now here out to Tunstall. I've gone well, Steve, mate. How many tips? Oh, I think after these two games I'll be on... Oh, that's a good grab from Rayner. I'll be on 4 out of 6, so it's not bad. See how the games go tomorrow. I've gone Port... St Kilda and then the Suns, so really the favourites. Oh, 2:17 to play here. Wicks now down the line, could have had a goal, but he missed. Touch ball, Grundy, Roberts, Marks, ball up here. So final terms just started the other game. Ashcroft now, had a good start to the game, but has faded out. Lachie Neale. And he puts out in the full. Starting to get pretty hot in this room. When you got the lights and cameras on, bloody hell, it gets fairly warm in here. Rampy down the line. Roses taps it forward. McInerney, row bottom. Sheldrick. He's had a decent night, Gussie Sheldrick. Been a thing a bit better with disposal tonight. Yeah, no, that's definitely true, Aussie Trump, mate. Yeah, probably too much belief in the Lions tonight. Yeah, their outs have really hurt them, to be fair. But at the same time, it's good to see us really have a well, for the most part, a powerful performance. I think Brisbane have still done some okay things, like they've smashed us around the ball really in the end, but it's been this outside game that I've really wanted to see us get back to our best, and so far it's been great. Second half against the Blues, and I mean that first half was so powerful once again. And you know, the big open ground of the MCG will be good for us, I hope, next week, and hopefully players like Gould and Heaney can get up for that with now them being questionable with their respective injuries. 90 seconds to go. Rowbottom, Warner. McInerney to Papley. Let's see a goal from the Pupster. No. Jeez, I tell you, like, he's shown some good moments, Papley's 2 games, but it feels like his knack for goal, it's really dropped off from watching these 2 games. It's only still early days, but geez. It was like that 2021 season, it felt like whenever Papley was in a position for goal, he was nailing it. But it feels like now all these chances we see Papley get, it's making a real right-out mess of them. But at least it's good to see him back out there. Hopefully he can just keep that body right. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 a great tackle. That's holding the ball. Beautifully done, even when it's game over with 50 seconds left. Oh, geez, hopefully Lohmann's okay. He's been in the wars with injury the last 12 months too. Sarong out here to Dane Rampy. Inside 50, 𝐴𝐥𝐿 can't quite take it. Papley now, McInerney. Leicester finds nil. So yeah, a bit of a strange game, but the most important thing is we have been convincing winners, and is what matters at the end of the day. It's all about the points. It's all about the wins. Just win, baby, as Al Davis, the former owner of the Oakland Raiders, would say. So it's good to see us get the job done over Brisbane, who are, yeah, definitely undermanned, but certainly some positives to take out of the game tonight. Setting the tone early on with some slick and quick ball movement, catching out Brisbane with some real hard running once again. Let's see if Charlie can kick this. A bit of an off night for him. He's been well held by Leicester, but that's a positive. We've kicked over 100 points without needing even a goal. Amadi was the start of the night with 5, and there it is. 44-point winners in the end. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see the fallout of this game. How 𝐓𝐿 and 𝐻𝐸 go with their respective injuries. But yeah, happy with that. Good. It's good to get a quality side like Brisbane at that sort of time with all their outs. For sure. Yeah, as I say again, started the game off superbly well. Absolutely blitzed them with our ball movement and our slick hand passing game. Jeez, it's been good to watch. So when Brisbane brought the pressure, hand passes galore, working them inside out. And we're pretty dangerous going forward early on. Then, yeah, the second half came and it really dried up. We had a lot of predictable and long bombing entries, and Brisbane really got the game on their terms. Ended up smashing us around the ball, 23 to 45 clearances. But the contested footy was in our favour at least. So yeah, no doubt Brisbane got some field position from it, but in the end we got 65 inside 50s to Brisbane's 46. So definitely still dominated the field position terms of things. And yeah, like as I do state again, the outs of Brisbane, you could definitely tell they lack some connection going forward. Goal kicking a concern. That's nothing new really for this Brisbane side. But in the end, it's hard to judge them really. They had 3 All-Australians out and some important role players out too. So it was always going to be a tough test to play a full strength and confident Sydney side. 15 goals, 14, 104, 8 goals, 1260. So damage was done as the first half. Game really turned into a bit more of an even battle. I mean, in fact, I think the margin is almost the exact same at what it was. Yeah, the margin's almost the exact same as what it was at half time. So a bit more of an even half of footy, but yeah, content with that. Have a look at some of the play stats. I think probably my best on ground. Oh, who are we saying? I love Nick Blakey's game. He was fantastic pretty much all night long. 25 touches and a goal. Dangerous early on with his run. And intercepting wise, yeah, had a few intercept possessions. Ended up having 10, and McCartan solid again tonight. I know he was on a weaker opponent, but I thought he was nifty. Mills settled back in defence. Sheldrick, a good evening from him too. Wasn't hacking the ball as much as what he usually does, but yeah, enjoyed his game. Was able to get free, not just all inside ball. 25 disposals, that's really good from him. And yeah, McInerney provided the run for us early on too. Great energy. He was shown again. He's having a good year. 23 and 2 for Justin McInerney. He had 31 and 3 last week. So, yeah, enjoying this season, no doubt. Yeah, I'll go. My best regret, I'd say Nick Blakey. But that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, in the end, a bit of a weird game. Brisbane had plenty of outs, so really expected to win, and it was good to see us play a powerful, really, first half of footy. Then Brisbane got more control in the game. But what is evident is definitely the confidence, and I think also the spark and the mental edge of this side is definitely a lot more apparent than last year. I think that these first 2 games and sides have been able to put on a goal or 2 on us. We've been able to respond, and yeah, I think the demeanour and the attitude, and as I say again, the confidence, it's looking a lot different than last year. So we started well. We started off the season 0-2. It's going to be a tough test against Hawthorn off a 5-day break next week, who are coming off a win as well. But yeah, it's handy, let's be honest, getting a good result points-wise against a side like Brisbane, considering their outs. That's pretty much it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you did enjoy the stream. Obviously, we'll be streaming next Thursday for that Sydney game, and I might do another game. I'll see. But yeah, always appreciate the support, lads, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did go on to enjoy. And yeah, 44-point winners in the end. Shout out 𝐓𝐿𝐼 𝐷𝐼 as well, 5 goals. What an evening from him. And 𝐵𝐼ce, 28 touches. And Tom McCartan, 27 disposals for him. His most ever in a game. Thanks for tuning in, lads. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday night and weekend. Take care.